Hey there.
Hey there.
What's going on? Nice to see you.
You too.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going well. It's going to be a... What?
How'd you do yesterday?
Well,
You still in?
I'm still in. Yeah, I got to be back for day 2, but...
Really?
They want us back at 10:30 a.m., which is like they're trying to make my life as difficult as possible, Terry, because there's no way that I do this full show and then I'm able to get to San Jose by 10:30, so they're going to be like taking my chips away little by little as I'm driving out there, you know, cruise control on 35.
Right, well, put your
101.
jetpack on and fly on out there.
Well, you know, I'm not going to be weaving through lanes to try to play poker, Terry, because I can just see it in the papers now. I'll let them take my chips, and I'll get there eventually. And if I have some left when I get there, that'd be wonderful.
So how do they do that, though? I just don't know, so that's why I'm asking.
Well, there's something called blinds and antes, and every hand they're going to take a few of my chips off my pile.
A few.
And we'll see how many I have when I get there. Last year, they didn't start the days until noon. This year, they said, well, the days are going too long, so we're going to start tomorrow at 10:30. I'm like, yeah, but
How about, guess I have no other option.
Yeah, I do a radio show. Okay, you don't care.
Right. They're looking at you, That's
well,
nice.
listen, we do care, and we want to make things as tough as possible.
Right.
Well,
good. At least you're still in.
So the deck is stacked against me, Terry. Most people are going to get knocked out today, and with, literally...
A card reference.
A card reference, yeah. I mean, I'm staring right down the barrel of a suicide king, Terry.
Uh-oh. I don't know what that means, but I guess it's
don't know
trouble.
what it means either. The deck is stacked against me. What other card little terminology can we use? It's not coming up aces here, Terry.
Oh, jeez.
Most people get knocked out today, and by the time I get there, some of the chips that I have will be gone, and we'll see where it's at. We'll just see where it's at, all right?
Well, maybe you got some ace up your sleeve. You never know.
Oh,
We're in day 2.
Yes.
Maybe I could pull a rabbit out of the hat. Oh, wait, that's magician talk. And we'll see if we can make it to day 3.
All right.
Hey,
But we're in day 2.
as long as you know when to hold them, my friend.
Yeah.
Last year, I don't know which I like better. I think I like last year better. It started at noon, day 2. It ended like 1 in the morning, and I drove back. By the time I got to sleep, it was time to get up for the show.
Right.
This year, they're starting without me, but I can get maybe a little extra sleep. So I don't know which is better.
Dang.
I think last year is better.
You think?
Well, I mean, I don't want them taking my chips from me.
True.
They'll take my chips. I'm screaming that on the phone when I'm still 45 minutes away. Don't take my chips! There's no way I can be there by 10:30. There's no possibility. But anyway, unless someone wants to lend me the Concorde. I don't know. So it'll be all right, though. We'll figure it out. All right? Don't worry about me. That should be my biggest worry.
Okay.
Anyhow, that should be everyone's biggest worry. Like Elliot frickin' Spitzer, the governor of New York, soliciting high-class hosts.
What's up with
behind
that?
his wife of 20-some-odd years is back, and his 3 daughters. See, it only would happen to a man with 3 daughters.
Gosh.
If he had sons, he probably wouldn't act like that.
You're so wrong.
We have to discuss this, obviously, at some point this morning. Terry, the man who's known now as client number 9 by the Emperor's Club, the high-class hooker situation that he had going on there. I mean, what's the deal? Is there a politician that can just keep it going?
Keep it in his pants?
Governor of New Jersey, what was his name? Man Gravy. He comes out and says, I'm a gay American with his wife standing right next to him.
Right.
Elliot Spitzer, he's spitting all over it.
Wow.
I just don't know where it begins and ends. But we will talk about all this. Obviously, there's a lot to go over today, right?
There's tons.
Pretty strong news when governors are paying out $5,000 per hoe.
Boy. The people paid for it.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, you know that wasn't coming out of his personal account.
Oh, no.
No.
Not
That
even.
was coming out of the governor's slush fund.
There it is.
Boy, did he get a nice slushy in his face.
Oh, wow.
Didn't even know what the hooker looked like. He was asking all questions as she was on her way. Paying $5,000 for a hoe that you haven't even seen.
If you're paying $5,000, you better have some questions.
They should at least give you a picture, not one of those pictures with the eyes blurred out or anything. Because believe it or not, that makes a huge difference. All they got to do is just blur out the eyes on some of these websites of these hoes, Terry.
Really?
And you still die to know what the full, complete picture looks like before you put up your $5,000. All right, you want to blur out the eyes? We're going to $2,500. We'll call it a deal.
And if she has a walleye, I'm going to kill you.
Wow, walleye. Nice.
You never know.
True. I hear that.
And I think he was in D.C. at the time, and it was the night before he was going to testify in front of, some of his fellow congressmen and all that stuff. And you got to have the relaxation little period before that, right? And
absolutely.
Yeah, but these are things we'll discuss for later. Governor's Gone Wild is a never-ending program. They can do a whole 22-episode series on it, I'm sure now. So we will come back and get things started right after these words.
Britney's life in danger. Reports of a Spears stalker front and center as both her custody and conservatorship cases are back in session. An alleged new stalker detailed by OK Magazine, which claims Spears is receiving threatening packages containing sex toys and disturbing pornographic letters.
Britney's got a serious stalker that's after her, Terry.
Wow.
You always get concerned when you're faced with a threatening package, are you, Terry?
Just depends how threatening it is.
No. For some reason, I think you can handle yourself.
Are most stalkers threatening, though? I mean, does it have to be a threatening stalker?
Brittany is staring down the barrel of a threatening package, they're telling us, Terry.
Wow.
And every woman is going to kind of quiver when she sees that, right?
Sure. Well, but then again, Brittany.
Oh, what?
Then again, Brittany, really?
She can handle threatening packages, though?
She'll probably get knocked up again.
Yeah, I know. Watch out.
Anymore.
An alleged new stalker detailed by OK Magazine, which claims Spears is receiving threatening packages containing sex toys and disturbing pornographic letters. The mag claims the parcels, which allegedly and inexplicably have Brad and Angelina's names scrawled all over them.
Yeah, can't leave Brad and Angelina out.
I know.
Sent to Brittany, but has Brad and Angelina references all over the threatening package. I'm thinking of writing Brad and Angelina's name all over my threatening package, too, now that I hear about this idea. Get me a pen, Pasty.
You only got BR on there instead of the whole thing.
Well, wait till you get me a little bit all worked up.
Right.
Which allegedly and inexplicably have Brad and Angelina's names scrawled all over them, have been turned over to the FBI.
You get me just right. It'll say Brad and Angelina go to town.
Well, just right.
Turned over to the FBI. And you can understand why the embattled Pop-Tart may be upset about the fact she shelled out more than $1 million total to all but lose custody of her 2 kids.
Yeah, not the best legal deal in the world to pay $1 million in legal fees only to have yourself in worse situations as far as your custody abilities than before you got started. Not the way you drew it up when you came up with the game plan.
Right.
I would hope you get better results out of $1 million spent in a court of law.
Yeah.
Here's $1 million, and you'll never get to see your kids again. Okay, thank you. Was this still clear, ma'am?
Yeah. Have a great day.
Tough. That's tough. Shouldn't she get a money-back guarantee of some sort? I mean, her case couldn't have gotten any worse.
Yeah, I know.
She shelled out more than $1 million total to all but lose custody of her 2 kids. What's harder to understand? How conservator dad Jamie can challenge K-Fed in court Monday, just hours after teeing it up with him on the course in Tarzana.
Oh, geez.
But there they were, 2 guys in baggy clothes, having a swinging good time.
Yeah, if you saw the pictures of K-Fed, you realize why he has to wear baggy clothes.
I know.
That also is a little bit tough to swallow that Jamie and Brittany's dad are out there playing golf together with Kevin Federline. How does that make any sense?
Well, he's stepped up now compared to his daughter. He's not a nut.
Right, he's not.
Remember when I used to hate you?
He is the grandfather of these children, I know, and K-Fed is the primary person with custody, but I don't know. Isn't there that feeling that he wronged his daughter to such a degree that you don't play golf with the guy, or what?
Well, I think that you have to be cool to some extent because he is the father of your grandchildren, and you still have
contact. An AR in here? Pitching wedge? Pitching wedge. Okay, thanks, K-Fed.
He ain't golfing with Adnan or whatever that guy's name was. That
the paparazzi dude.
Jesus.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's worse than K-Fed any day, I think.
If Jamie Spears were to golf with Adnan, that'd be worse?
Yes.
Well, at least that's the current boyfriend.
That's weird.
Yeah, but...
Oh, this is so not weird. Yeah, okay. He's suing him during the course of a day and playing golf with him in the same day. All right, well, that works for the Spearses, I guess. Yep. There you have it. Brittany's got a new stalker.
Yes.
And they're legitimately concerned. They're worried, really, about the potential of this Looney Tune that's after her, Terry.
But there they were, two guys in baggy clothes, having a swinging good time. So where's Brittany while all this is going down? They're picking up some new kicks, of course.
They need to get out.
Hey,
Let's go.
Get your out of here. Get your out of here. Get out of here. I'm going to knock your teeth off.
Wow!
Holy cow.
Brittany, security people are serious.
Yes, they are.
Making some mad threats. Did you hear that, Terry?
Yes.
I'll knock your effing teeth out.
Wow.
Security guards are allowed to go to that extent and say those kind of threatening words?
If you're going to
Sounds
touch
like it.
my client, better step
I'll
off.
knock your effing teeth out. Is that what I heard him say?
That's right.
Is that kind of a 50s term? Knock your teeth out.
One of these dudes are getting... These dudes are getting laid by the people they protect. They act all tough. What woman's not going to be turned on by that? What woman's VJ doesn't get moist when you hear some guy protecting her in that fashion and saying those words to other men?
All right.
Come on, Terry. That's a turn on, is it
gosh.
not?
You're going to knock his effing teeth out. That's so hot.
For me? Well, yeah, you're paying us about $2 million a day.
Kicks, of course.
They need to get out.
Hey,
Let's go.
Get your out of here. Get your out of here. Get out of here. I'm going to knock your teeth off.
Wow. There's
Get
a lot
your
of
ass-
blanks in there.
Yeah, get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here before I knock your effing teeth out. Wow, that's security, Terry.
Yeah, it is.
Does the Secret Service handle it the same way for the president?
No, they just get a sniper and take you out. No warning.
Wow. With no warning.
With no warning.
No warning.
No order to
No,
disperse.
move the baton.
No. No move this way, no move that way. Just lay it out.
Teeth get knocked out by a high-powered rifle bullet.
Yep.
But Brittany's security doesn't have maybe that kind of artillery at their disposal.
No.
So they just make some serious threats. Sounded like they were ready to back it up, too. And all Brittany had to say was, get them out of the way. Man, that's got to be fun. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess so.
To be shopping and just move other shoppers. They wanted to just see you for a second.
They're picking up some new kicks, of course.
They need to get out.
Hey,
Let's go.
Get your out of here. Get your out of here. Get out of here. I'm going to knock your teeth off.
They need to get out of here. Okay.
Probably more likely talking to the paparazzi than they are talking to people that are fans just looking to buy the same clothes that Brittany just purchased. Those paparazzi, Terry, have long since had this coming, and maybe a couple of teeth need to fall to the floor, if not the rest of their entire body, to kind of calm things down. We've talked about that, don't you know?
Yes.
Man, that guy's serious. That ain't... I doubt that's a small little guy making that claim.
No, yeah, she's known for her big burly security.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen these small little security guards who are more the martial arts type security guards experts.
I ain't scared of no Kevin Costner.
Yeah, you can't say those same things. You got to be the burly security guard. You got to be like the thick-necked security guard. You got to be like the 300, 250-pound minimum security guard. More like 300 plus to be talking like that.
Yeah. And they are. They're like gigantic.
I think you can do better than knock your teeth out, though. That sounds kind of dated for some reason.
Too old school for you?
But then again,
it's like,
what do
hey,
you
get
want?
out of the way. I'm going to punch your lights out. You want a knuckle sandwich there, fella?
I'll knock you to next week.
Right.
But what do you want him to
I don't
say?
know, it just
I'm going to
sounded
choke you out,
a little corny for some
body
reason.
slam. What?
All right, what's the best, most modernized term to say what he said and update it to 2008?
Where's Brittany while all this is going down?
Let's listen one more time.
They're picking up some new kicks, of course.
They need to get out.
Hey,
Let's go.
Get your out of here. Get your out of here. Get out of here. I'm going to knock your teeth off.
I mean, he could at least say, to put it in this century now, Terry, to put it in the new millennium,
Yes.
instead of saying, I'll knock your teeth out, you could at least say, I'm going to beat you down, bud, or something like that. I've at least said that. I've said that.
I'm going to beat you down.
I will beat you down, bud. So it's something a little more modern sounding than I'll knock your teeth out. I'm not saying that's the most newest and greatest and most fun beat you down phrase.
Well, maybe
You could just do better.
But beat you down, bud, is going to do a lot more better as far as sounding a little bit up to speed than I'll knock your teeth out.
But maybe I don't know.
I'm going to eat lightning and I'm going to crap thunder.
Yeah, that's even better. I like that.
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Hot shizzle is right, Terry. Knock your teeth out, as scary as the man made it sound, is a little old school.
Wow.
Now, who has the phrase that this bouncer dude, that the security guard for Britney Spears was really looking for, that would have made it sound right smack dab in the calendar known as 2008? I got you at least up to the new millennium, Terry. I got you to the 2000s.
Right.
I will beat you down.
I like beat you down. They say that on Halo, too.
Beat you down?
After you melee someone, you beat them down.
I'll beat you down.
No, you don't say it like that, Terry. I'll beat you down. I will beat you down, bud. All right, you got to say it just like
beat you down.
No, not like that either.
Oh.
You're not getting it, Terry, but that's all right.
I will beat you down.
Maybe you're more of a knock of teeth out of it.
I'm a knock you
Punch your lights out.
Yeah, maybe you're more of I'll punch your lights out. Who's got the most on-point current phrase that this security guard really needed to be saying? Let's go to the phones. 1-866-663 T-Man. Brian wants to be first up. What do you think, Brian?
Hey, I'm thinking that maybe he could have said something along the lines of, hey, man, I'll break your effing face.
Also, a little kind of 90s-ish, a little late 80s, I'll break your face.
Yeah, I
How
think Dalton
about-
would have said that in Roadhouse.
Get fired on. I'm gonna fire one off on you. I don't know.
Oh, jeez. I'm sure maybe you're having flashbacks to last night, Terry.
No kidding.
I'm sure your eye was in the way of that one, Terry, but...
Okay, just like every Monday. Go ahead.
We're not talking about sex, Terry. We're talking about violence. We're talking about protecting Britney.
I went off on you.
I'll fire one off on you. Keith has an idea in Antioch. Yes, Keith.
Talking about.
Keith, we're looking for the most up-to-speed kind of term that this security guard really needed to be saying. Keith?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, sir?
Oh, pretty good. On my way home from work.
All right, what do you got for us?
How about I'll stuff a hole in your ass?
I'll stomp a hole in your ass.
Hey, isn't that still? Isn't that
That's a
still
little up to date.
Gay phone operator. Gay phone operator just perked up, and so did every bathhouse in the but hey, I mean, that may be a lot better than I'll punch your teeth out. Oh, dear. Maybe there just isn't a 2008 phrase that is really mainstreaming it that is going to be able to be used in this perfect kind of situation.
That's a little tough when you're in the heat of the moment, though. I mean, I've said some really stupid stuff in the heat of the moment that you think sounds tough, and then you think about it like, that was dumb. Why did I say that?
Nikki has an idea. Nikki, you're on the air.
Is it a 2008 phrase?
Nikki, turn your radio down.
Mainstreaming it that,
Nikki, can you hear me?
No.
She will in 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Nikki. I think Nikki may be a girl. That's why I'm going to give her a little longer shot than most people.
Nikki, can you hear me?
What a girl's idea. A girl's idea of the beat you down term.
Can I,
I'm going to cook you a meal really fast.
Can I give you a
I'm
suggestion?
going to talk your ear off.
Can I give you a suggestion from one of the Terry Cam chatters?
Okay.
DRC12 said, how about lay the smack down on your Rudy Pooh candy ass?
Oh, God, stupid.
Maybe you can smell what the rock is cooking while you're at it.
Right, jeez.
Nikki, can you hear us? Nikki! Nikki, you're on.
Yes.
What do you got, Nikki?
Oh, they should have said, I'm going to beat your face in.
Also kind of 80s. I mean, the way you made it sound, it was a little more modernized, but beat your face in has been around forever. I was beating my sister's face in when I was 6. Jared! Maybe there's nothing. We got to come up with something then. Jared, what do you got? Jared, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, T-Man?
What do you got? We need the most modern, the most up to speed, up to date term that this guy really should have used instead of kick your teeth in.
Well, if it were me, I probably would have said, I'll curb stomp your face into the pavement.
That's a lot of words, though. He's just trying. I mean, isn't that a lot of words?
Yeah,
That
but I
creates
mean,
a real
it's up to date.
sophisticated visual. It's up to date. He's been saying it to a lot of people. That's what makes him think it's up to date. I'll curb stomp your face.
And by the time they get to the third word, he's already knocked out. So what's the point?
Yeah, the situation is definitely escalated by the time you get to the end of that long
Sir, if you're not
phrase.
careful.
So we're going to need something a little more concise there, bud. What do you think? Jim, you're on the air. Seattle, what do you got? Jim?
Yes.
What do you got?
That's all I have. That usually works.
What was? I didn't hear what you said.
I'll stomp a mud puddle in your ass and walk it dry.
See, now that is way too long. You're already done.
Again, a gay phone operator is already off to a rousing start this morning.
Yeah. Okay, I have another one from the Terry Cam chat room.
I'll stomp a mud puddle in your ass?
No, not that one. You want another one from the Terry Cam chat room?
No, but is that what that guy just said?
Yes.
I'll stomp a mud puddle in your ass.
Yeah.
I'll make my mark on the Hershey Highway. If you don't okay. What is another Terry Cam chatter want to contribute there?
Riot says, I'll
Quiet
bust
Riot?
No, Riot.
Nice
Riot. Two riots.
Riot? Two riot. No, Riot squared. Yes.
Riot squared. I'll bust your spokes.
I'll bust your spokes. Well, fortunately, I didn't bring my bike, so I'm really not concerned. I'll bust your spokes. I haven't heard that one, Terry. Anyone else heard of that one?
No.
I'll bust your spokes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds kind of 8th gradish to me.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all.
Because after 8th grade, I think I'm getting a car, and I'm pretty good.
It's better than stomping mud puddles in your ass.
Yeah, well, if I have to choose between those two, I think I'm going with spokes over mud puddles and asses, Terry.
I already got a mud puddle in my drawer, so there, or what?
Then we're off to a good start, aren't we, cowboy? Johnny in San Carlos, what do you got?
I'll knock a patch out your ass.
I'll knock a patch.
Why is everything ass related?
What the hell?
I'll knock a patch out of your ass.
I don't get that at all for a patch.
That's one of the more unused areas of my ass, so thank you very much. I really didn't need that part.
Now, if it's Pasty Dave who may be on the patch, I would get that. But, a smoker, I don't get the patch part.
Oh, yeah, Pasty Dave's ass is wall-to-wall nicotine patches.
I'll knock one of those off if you don't want to.
I'll knock a patch out of your ass. JR, what do you got?
What up, T-Man?
How are you, sir?
All right, I'm doing all good. How about I'll mollywop your ass?
Mollywop?
Mollywop. Yeah, I don't know if the paparazzi's running in fear when they're hearing the threat of being mollywopped.
Man, T-Man out here in the city, you say that to somebody, you're going to get everybody's attention. Mollywop.
Okay, so there's no confusion as to what you're saying when you're telling someone they're about to be mollywopped.
Grab the mop. We're going to mollywop
get
him.
knocked out.
All right, well, it's good to know. Hey, if we're talking about what is right at this second, Terry, then maybe we didn't know about it yesterday, but it's here today. And mollywopping is something you don't want to be involved with.
Ooh, mollywop. Sounds like
maybe the bouncer for Brittany needs to get on the streets and figure out that mollywopping's a lot more current than knocking someone's teeth out.
And picking up some new kicks, of course.
They need to get out.
Hey, let's go. Get your out of here. Get your out of here. Get out of here. Knock your teeth off.
Mollywop sounds like an imaginary friend on the Pee-wee Playhouse or something.
Hello, Mr. Mollywop. A nice role on the show. Oh, so many people with their ideas, Terry.
Gosh, I know.
I can go on all morning. Have you gotten your fill, Terry? Have you gotten a good example of what the listeners feel was the right way to modernize this, or you need a couple more?
I'm always good
Doesn't anybody say I want to kill you anymore? Like, isn't that common or no?
Well,
I will kill you. I mean, is that like stupid now?
So kill you will
kill
never
him.
have a kill date on it. It's always going to be.
You'd think, there's no expiration on that.
It's evergreen.
It's got a shelf life of years.
I know.
Stacy, I love when women call up with their threatening sounds. Stacy has a thought. Yes, Stacy. In Portland, what do you got?
Your ass.
I'm going to drop kick your ass.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, if I was Kurt Hennig from the WWF days of 1989 and I was fighting the big boss man, I would think maybe that, yeah.
How about I'm going to drop kick you in your throat?
I'm going to drop kick in your throat. Now you're talking. Oh, wow. How about we switch it around? All right, well, thank you, Stacy. Thanks for your contributions. I hope you have a great day. Sound like you're a little sick. Are you okay? What's the story there?
A little sick.
You're a little sick?
Yeah.
Trying to establish why you're not going to work today, maybe? What's the story? You go to school? You go to work? What do you do?
School.
You go to school. Where do you go to school?
Out in Berkeley.
Oh. All right. You don't sound so sure about it.
All right.
Okay. Take care, Stacy. Just wanted to say her little line, move on with her day.
Never
One more!
Threatening lines, I guess there's plenty of them.
Ren! You're on the air, Ren.
Yeah, what it do, T?
You're going to be the last one, so make it a good one. What do you got, Ren?
How about, I'm going to make you kiss the floor.
I'm going to make you kiss the floor. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Floor, by any chance, in this situation, synonymous with schlong, or just the good old floor?
The floor.
Aha.
Make you kiss
All right.
the floor.
Yeah, okay, well, maybe we should not give him such a hard time for kick your teeth in.
I guess it wasn't so bad after all.
To the point. That's what it was, to the point.
Oh, no, that's way better, T-Man. Kiss the Floor is so far more modernized and sounding tougher. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make you kiss the floor. Oh, I can do it on my own. I don't need any coercion. All right. So there you have it. Britney's bouncers, Britney's security people are not playing no matter how you decipher the lingo that they're choosing to use, Terry.
Right.
They're getting serious with those who are getting in Britney's way.
Right.
So look out, or you'll find yourself kissing the floor and a patch out of your ass.
It's the sad new Heath Ledger revelation. His will, made in 2003, was never updated to include his 2-year-old daughter Matilda or ex-girlfriend Michelle Williams.
Ow! Wow, he had 2 years to update his will with his daughter being alive, and he never did it. Never updated his will, so pretty much everything goes to, I think, his
But
parents.
today are Heath's relatives now promising to look after the two. Yes. Heath's dad says they, quote, will be taken care of. That's how Heath would want it to be.
Yeah, what does that mean? You can buy him a couple of Lunchables? Oh, wonderful. You took care of the kids. Believe me, they would have gotten taken care of a lot better if Heath had updated his will.
Well,
But
they'll do the right thing.
His dad is probably like, score! Son came through for Papa, and yeah, we won't let her starve, this kid that he left behind, but we got paid.
Oh, jeez.
Heath obviously wanted it that way, or he would have changed the will. That's how they'll justify it, Terry. Heath wanted us to have the money. He had 2 years to change the will. So, yeah, we'll give the kids some money for some clothing. No, what do they need these days, kids? About 1 or 2 outfits? Yep, And a couple of grapes we'll buy the kid, a couple of Lunchables, and the rest is ours.
Wow.
Come on, Grandma, it's time to pack for the cruise. Pretty sad, man.
It is.
He sounds like he was a little lazy, Terry.
Oh, well, I don't think you really anticipate your death, and sometimes, you know, the will is the last thing on your mind because you think that you have a full life ahead of you.
When you're doing 9 drug cocktails, maybe you should be a little bit more in tune with your mortality. What do you think?
Well, if that were the case, then more people would probably be updating their wills and all that other stuff. You know?
All right.
Have you updated your wills?
Yes.
Okay.
I have.
All right.
But I only do 8 drug cocktails,
Okay,
so I'm in a little bit better shape.
Well, yeah, when you have kids, you should probably do that, right?
Right.
Yeah, when you have kids, you're supposed to be responsible for the kids and update your will. You haven't?
No, of course I have.
You got so many, you'd be going back. You'd have to have a revolving door on the attorney's office, whoever does your will, Terry.
No, I agree with you that, you know, you need to update it, but I think that sometimes, you know, especially in his case, he probably got a little too busy or whatever and isn't thinking about it. He's not.
That's nice that he wasn't thinking about his kid. Anyway, everyone, even if you don't have kids, you don't want all that money to go to the government, and they'll be the first people happy to take it if you don't have any kind of documentation as to where your money is supposed to go. Even if you just want to give it to close relatives and you don't have children, you should be making a will, especially these days when who knows who's going when. My gosh. Anyway, what else is going on?
Well,
and I don't want to hear about the Elliot Spitzer governor of New York stuff yet.
All right.
Because we're going to need to set aside time to talk about that stuff, Terry.
No, I know that.
Any governor who's behind his wife of 20 years and his 3 daughters of who knows how long he's had children's back to go and run off to hotels with high-class hookers, Terry.
Right.
That needs our full attention. for a longer segment than we have right before us at this time. So give me some short stories of the morning. What do
Really
you have?
quick short stories that I have for you. Apparently, in a Marie Claire magazine article, they're reporting that George Clooney and his girlfriend, Sarah Larson, are planning to get married this summer in Italy. However,
They've already denied that, yes.
Yeah, they have.
Okay, yes. George will never get married.
His
That's
reps have come out and said, this is absolutely not true.
Yeah.
So,
He
bachelor
doesn't want
for
to have
life.
to go. He doesn't want to have to go updating wills. Anyhow, so George will never get married. Every woman who's with him for a couple of weeks thinks she's got her meat hooks in him, only to find out he's going to die an unmarried man.
Right. Well, apparently he's pretty serious. I mean, more serious with her than any other.
He is more serious with her, but he's not the marrying type. And if more people out there would actually identify if they are or are not the marrying type, the divorce rate wouldn't be nearly as staggering as it is.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing in this world that's for everyone. So why people out there think marriage is for everyone is silly. Marriage, just like everything else in the world, is not for everyone. George Clooney is probably, believe it or not, I don't think he's like the most bright guy in the world, but he's bright enough to realize that marriage probably just isn't for him. It's not in his personality makeup, so he ain't getting married.
Yep.
Ever.
I know.
No matter what woman comes along with this rousing VJ that thinks she can change him.
Right.
He's not interested. He's not the marrying type.
Right.
Now, those out there listening should be looking at themselves. If you don't have a mirror in front of you, just do a once-over, up and down. Try to figure out in the next 5 seconds, are you the marrying type? Maybe you'll be able to spare yourself some heartache. But who's going to look at themselves and say, yeah, that's me. I'm not the marrying type? Nobody. Everyone gives it a shot. And the divorce rate, well over 50%. And going to 60, they say, over the next couple of years. 60% divorce rate? 6 out of 10, 60%, 6 out of 10 people that get married are going to get divorced over the next number of years following. My goodness.
You got a better chance of flipping a coin at your wedding.
I know.
In front of everybody. Heads, you stay together. Tails, you divorce. Here you go.
Better chance of winning the toss or the coin and having your marriage survive.
That is scary.
Mr. Tepper, please call it.
I'm afraid.
How about 2 out of 3, Chief?
I'm afraid to call the toss of a coin. How the hell did I get married? What the hell was I thinking? Terry, what else? What else?
Also, interesting new little study, actually. According to this new study.
I'm afraid to call the toss of a coin because I don't want to be wrong.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, Terry.
According to this new study, 70% of American girls between the ages of 15 and 17 years old have their own account. Yes, calm down. Calm down. Hey, hey.
Oh, come on. I'm playing.
Have their own account on a social networking site such as like MySpace or Facebook, compared to 57% of boys in the same age group. And the reason why that is so interesting is because it's concerning to a lot of people because, there's so many predators out there, and that's the age group that they're all...
Well, fine, but what are 15 to 17-year-old girls supposed to be doing on the internet? If they're not making a profile on MySpace. First of all, MySpace lets you make a profile legally if you're over the age of 14.
Right.
So why are they shocked? I'm shocked the number's so low. You said 70% of girls between the age of 15 and 17 have a profile on MySpace or Facebook.
And quite honestly,
what are the other 30% of the girls doing?
I don't know. Probably not doing that because
they're so strapped to the gurney by dad who won't let him go anywhere that they can't even get to the computer. But I thought it'd be like 90%, if not more, of 15 to 17-year-old girls have. What are they supposed to do on the internet? What sites do they go to? Cinderella.com, Terry? Where do you go if you don't go to MySpace and you're 16 years old?
Well, understand that you don't necessarily have to do that. I mean, it's concerning to me, and even in the study, it's a higher number than they expected.
70% is a higher number of 15 to 17-year-old girls
than they expected.
Who are on MySpace. It's one of the two, MySpace and Facebook?
Yes.
70% is the newest estimate of girls between the ages of 17 or 15 to 17 have profiles on MySpace.
Right.
By the way, you may not want to go to Cinderella.com.
Oh, jeez.
Just a heads up to everybody.
And understand this, but here's something
the
else.
Animated little cartoon.
Right. But here's something else.
Godmother and... What is it, an 80s band website, or is it something...
that would be better, no. It's
even better, no?
It's an adult site.
Yeah, you think Cinderella come on.
Turn this into a pumpkin, baby.
Now, mind
Hardcore
you,
DVDs and
might-
videos.
and this-
Cinderella.com.
This also might, give you some
subliminally
understanding as to why there's so much concern. But the fastest growing segment of Facebook users are people 25 and older. And that also,
Desperate losers.
that also includes those girls' parents and such. So
teens are not the fastest growing segment of Facebook. The fastest growing segment of Facebook are 25 and olders.
Yes.
These friggin' desperado women who are just forcing the issue on trying to meet a guy because they're sick of their friends setting them up on blind dates and then having to tell them a week later that it didn't work out.
Or these sick and twisted old men looking to, as I said, being predators on these young little girls.
Oh, that's how you make that connection?
That's how I make that connection.
I think the fastest growing segment on MySpace and Facebook is 25 and older because you got all these women who are tired of getting frustrated from eHarmony and Match.com. Just tired of getting set up by their friends and having to tell them that it didn't mesh. And now they're trying to do it on their own on a more private level and whatever site they can get their hands on that's highly popular. I don't think it's because all these pedophiles, there are pedophiles out there, Terry, but they're not running so rampant like you want to make it sound.
Oh,
you
really?
just want to scare the world.
No, it is.
A 16-year-old can be on MySpace, and the odds are she's not going to be in the clutches of some predator in the next couple of weeks.
You are in so much denial.
What do you mean
because
so much
there
denial?
is way more than you even want to believe.
You're so worried about the boogeyman woman.
Course.
Okay, fine.
I understand.
I understand that, yes, MySpace has been proven and still probably is very much so a pedophile's playground. But still, the ratio, you want to make it seem like for every teen girl, there's 6 predators just lusting, trying to get her lured in.
Let's see.
There are some bad people out there, yes, but you can't, just live in fear your whole life, Terry. If these girls are creating profiles that their parents are aware of, there's nothing wrong with that.
To catch a predator. How did they get these people? Where did they talk to them at?
Too much TV.
No. We want to have.
Chris Hansen has brainwashed you.
We wouldn't have that much entertainment. We wouldn't have that many shows if it was the way that you wanted it to be.
By the way, Buffy the Vampire Layer, $1 off this week on Cinderella.com.
Oh, let me tell you.
Buffy the Vampire Layer.
That is a 4-star, Terry, a pornographic, a movie. Buffy the Vampire Layer is, I never, I've seen it 6 times. I never have been able to figure out how it ends, but certainly worth every penny. Anyhow, back to what Terry is just banging the drum a little too hard on here. Oh, jeez.
No.
Hard on. I think, yes, you have to be careful. You have to be aware that the potential is out there, that the person you could be speaking with is not someone who they proclaim themselves being, and it could be like some 42-year-old weirdos ready to put you in a dungeon. But you can't live your life in just utmost levels of fear, Terry, because it's really not as prevalent as you're trying to make it seem. You're like every 15, you're so concerned that the 70% of girls out there between 15 and 17 have MySpace profiles because they're going to run into a predator sooner or later. They probably won't. And if they do, they'll probably be able to handle it with, hopefully, their friends and parents being able to figure out what they need to do.
Most of their parents probably don't know that they're in touch with predators. That's why there's so much problem out there. Really?
Terry, yes, I understand, as I said, that there are predators lurking around on MySpace, but every time you log on, maybe there's 9 or 10 amongst the millions of people that are on there. 9 or 10, maybe 10 to 20. You're making it like they're around every corner. Look out! Stay under your covers! Come on, Terry. Don't scare the world, all right?
All right. Well.
Get everyone living in such levels of fear, you're going to create chaos.
Well, I just know, when my daughters say, when can I get a MySpace or when can I get a Facebook, I say never.
Wow!
Ever. You will
the
never.
Gestapo parental tactics by Terry B. Free have come on this program yet again. So they have come to you and asked, you look them right back in the eye, and you respond by saying never.
That's right.
Not as long as I'm your mom. That's pretty serious.
When's that going to end? I'd like a MySpace.
That's a pretty serious little little sentence there that you're giving them as far as doing things that other people... I mean, you got children of all ages, so I don't know which children you're talking about. You're not talking about the 3 of the 1-year-old, Terry. You're talking about like your daughters. How old are your oldest daughters now?
12 and 13.
All right. Well, when they're still of the age where MySpace doesn't, I guess, I don't know if it's legally is the right word, but for lack of a better word, legally let them have a profile. You got to be 14, right?
Sure.
All right. So if you're putting your foot down right now, that, I guess, is acceptable. But when they're 14 and MySpace allows it, why won't you allow it?
Nope.
There are kids that are 9, 10, 11 that have been on MySpace for years, Terry.
Right. I understand that. And that's fine in their house. This is my house.
Because the boogeyman ain't going to get you kids.
Well,
not as long as I'm watching your back.
Well, it's interesting because when you have, their friends who, when they come over to their house, all they want to do is spend all the time on MySpace and all that kind of crazy.
See, you're ostracizing them from their own friends, Terry.
No.
Ow!
It just to me is a little too much, and it shows me that the reason why they're at my house and they want to spend all their time on the computer is because they're hiding stuff from their own parents.
Oh, jeez, Terry, you're so busy protecting your kids, from
and you're gonna wrong me for that.
Well,
me being a parent, you're gonna wrong me for that.
Let me finish the thought before you snap down my throat. Oh, sounds nice. You're so busy protecting your kids from all that could go wrong on the internet, from the boogeyman that may be on the other end of the computer on the internet, that you're spending so much time focusing on that you just may have forgotten the boogeyman may be under their bed right now. Oh, my God!
Look out!
I don't even know what that means. Anyway,
speaking of Terry's house, Got Milf is only $19.99 right now.
Would you shut up,
Terry? You can't worry about every last thing to such the nth degree. I'm fine with you being this on point kind of parent. You want to be on top of their day-to-day activities.
Right.
Wonderful. More parents, I guess, should be like that. Whatever. But to be so controlling, to be so just clamping down on what every other teenager is doing is maybe a little over the top.
Teenager, go for it. But these are my children. These are my daughters.
Oh, my teenager's hanging out with Governor Spitzer.
Oh, okay, so be it.
Going right to room number 847 or whatever room he was in. What room was he in, Terry? You got all that info? You getting ready? You getting prepared?
I'm getting prepared.
With all the governor of New York info, and he's hanging out with his high-class hoes. I can't believe he could behave that way. They didn't even have MySpace when he was a teenager. How did he learn to be this seedy, deceitful, and nasty, Terry?
Wow.
I got 11-year-olds calling into the program right now off MySpaces, Terry. I don't normally take calls from people
good.
So young.
Cool.
But let's have a quick word from Lizzie.
Yeah.
Hi, Lizzie.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'm 11 and I have a MySpace and my mom doesn't even know that I have one.
Mm-hmm.
And, see, what I do is I get up, right when she goes to sleep, and then I just get on MySpace. And then, and I just have my sister's friends set it for private to where, you can't get on it unless they're one of your friends.
Yeah, maybe you're right, Terry. Keep your kids off MySpace till they're 30.
And do you have a boyfriend, Lizzie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She sounds like she's a minute away from getting in real trouble.
Yeah.
Lizzie, what have you been doing on MySpace? So you getting prepared, to meet up with anyone, or you're not ready for that, or what's your feeling on the people you talk to through MySpace?
Well, I talk to my sister and stuff because, I don't really talk to people that I don't know because...
All right, well, she's got this instilled level of responsibility then, Terry. She refuses. Are you saying you refuse to talk to strangers on MySpace, people you don't know? You don't talk to any people like that, or you only talk to people that you're familiar with from, school and stuff?
Well, I do talk to some people that I don't know, but...
Will you be my friend? Lizzie?
Huh?
Will you be my friend?
Oh, jeez.
What's your name on MySpace?
There you go. See how easy it is?
Well, Terry, she doesn't know you.
She doesn't know me.
You're no match for Terry Swift.
She doesn't know me. Look how sneaky it is. Her mom doesn't know. Her sister
Terry.
helps
She doesn't
her
know you. She's been listening to you for the last 12 years, and she's only 11. You do the math. Anyway.
What do you mean physical address? What does that mean?
You live with your mom, Lizzie?
Yeah.
What about your dad? Is he in the picture or no? What happened to him?
My mom and my dad
split up?
divorced.
Then you don't see him much, or what?
No, I haven't haven't seen it for almost a year. I get kind of mad at my mom because she won't let me see him, but he won't let me see him, so I don't know why she won't.
All right, we'll take it up with your therapist. Lizzie, I appreciate you calling and telling us what's going on in your world. And even though Terry thought she really pulled it over on you and trying to trick you with that.
Well, how well does she know me?
I
is
hope
my point.
I hope you do keep it somewhat safe.
Yeah.
When you're doing what you do. All right, Lizzie?
Okay,
All right. What's that?
Can you guys play the song Hypnotized by Akon?
Yeah, coming right up.
Okay.
All right.
Somebody mails you a plane ticket and put it in the shredder.
Right after you use it.
Right.
Free trip.
Where's St. Louis? Okay, I'll go.
Doesn't look that far on the map. Terry.
Call me paranoid, but so be it.
I'm not calling you anything, Terry. Except a little over the top.
So be it.
Terry's a bunt.
I am.
Calling
I
you
love it.
back.
I love being a bunt. Love being over the top.
I love being
Got
a
a
bunt.
lizard slave.
I do, and I'm going to engulf my children
With it?
with
Joe
it, even though they came out of it.
She's going to engulf them with their wizard sleeve.
They came out
Joe
of
in
it.
Palo Alto thinks you're way too
Can't breathe.
gone with your just clamped down kind of controlling ways. Yes, Joe, real quick.
Hey, first I want to say, the show is great, but like you said, Terry's a little too over-controlling, and let me turn this radio down because this is jacking up my phone. But, Terry's too over-controlling. What's going to happen is her daughters are going to do the same thing behind her back that little 11-year-old's doing behind, her mom's back.
They do say, Terry, that if you don't show some level of trust with your kids, then they will respond in the opposite kind of way that you're hopefully kind of planning for them to be all about. They're going to have to start doing things that they just can't tell you about because they know what your reaction is going to be. Now you're playing. I can already hear the sounds of your voice. Like, this isn't a concern of yours. But you're telling me there's not a part of you that isn't a little bit concerned about this prospect, or no?
No, I'm not concerned.
You know what you should do?
Till the day you have to be.
You know what she should do? She should meet her kids halfway, have an open MySpace, have it there, monitor what they do, and then that might help the situation.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun for the kids. No, wait. Anyway, thank you, Joe. Terry, you've been doing it your way for a while, and
yep. So far, so good. Knock on wood.
You're knocking on your head there, Terry?
Yeah, I am. Wait, let me reach and knock on yours.
1-866. That ain't my head.
Whoa.
Not the one on my shoulder. It's wood. 663 T-Man. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
It is a political bombshell that is shocking the nation. The governor of New York, Elliot Spitzer, publicly apologizing after a report that he was involved in a prostitution ring.
I've acted in a way that violates my obligations to my family, that violates my or any sense of right and wrong.
A shocking political bomb. Boy, did I violate her, BJ. Terry apparently has been doing this for a little bit of time. This guy who, and the big part of it, as far as I'm concerned, is not necessarily the fact that here's another guy who decided to go for a little professional action on the side. It's more of a situation where here was a guy who just propped himself up as being the guy who was going to clean up the town. He's going to clean up New York and all the scandals, and he had busted many a prostitution ring himself. And then he has the audacity to be caught on wiretap soliciting high-class hoes?
Right.
He's the biggest frickin' fraud. But you can't really... I'm dying to see some of these hookers, Terry, and I know that's gonna happen over the next couple of days. The one that he was with in D.C., I know you have details on that, Terry. I'm hoping you do. I know you've been working on this all morning.
Yeah.
I hope some pictures have surfaced already. Have any pictures surfaced of this hoe that he was allegedly with in Washington, D.C. on what day? What date is the
that would be February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day.
Oh, there's no better way to get prepared for your Valentine's Day spectacular with your wife of 20-some-odd years than meeting up with your high-class hooker in the Mayflower Hotel, in the D-Flower Hotel, so you can, get all roused up for Valentine's Day with your wife the next day, right, Terry?
Sure, nothing like it.
And wrong.
A shocking political bombshell as New York Governor Elliot Spitzer, his heartbroken wife Silda by his side, apologizes but stops short of confirming reports that he was involved in a high-end prostitution ring.
Yeah, whatever. What do you think he's apologizing for then? What is he standing up there apologizing for if he doesn't come out and actually say it? He cheated at Scrabble? What do they think he's saying?
And the other thing, too, is that they caught him on they caught his voice. It's a wiretap.
The same kind of wiretaps that he would use to catch everyone else and bring them to justice.
Right.
He was now caught in his own net.
Confirming reports that he was involved in a high-end prostitution ring.
I apologize first and most importantly to my family.
How do the wives always stand right next to them with smiles on, Terry?
To me, you're right. I don't know how she does it because,
From KUBE's wife sitting up there all drugged to Governor Mangravy. Remember that dude who a couple years ago with his wife standing right next to him? A really good-looking woman. The best-looking political wife I've seen in a while, Terry. I mean, she's no Vanessa Bryant. She's not KUBE's wife, but she was pretty friggin' hot as her husband sitting up there going, I am a gay American.
Right. All right, that guy.
They stand there and they just are smiling through all this. It's amazing.
I apologize to the public, whom I promised better.
The story was first broken on the New York Times website Monday afternoon and became the big story on the cable news networks.
He's over. He's finished. I've disappointed and failed to live up to the standard I expected of myself. I must now dedicate some time to regain the trust of my family.
How much time do you really need? What's the required amount of time that it takes to regain the trust of your wife of 20-some-odd years and your 3 grown daughters after you just got caught in a federal sting and they have all the evidence they need linking you to this high-class hooker establishment? How much time is needed? He says he needs some time now to regain the trust. How much time is needed to regain that trust with the daughters and the wife, Terry? About a week and a half,
the rest
or
of
what?
my life. The rest of my life.
The rest of my life until they put you in the pine box one day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now I trust you there, buddy. Let me throw some dirt right on you there, kid.
And as his wife, never again.
It's probably better just cut your losses.
Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe she didn't even mind, Terry. Maybe she knew all about it. Maybe she's like, better these hookers than me. Keep the hell off me, buddy boy.
I must now dedicate some time to regain the trust of my family.
Spitzer made the dramatic announcement at his office in New York City. He and his wife have 3 daughters, and he's been mentioned as a future presidential candidate.
I don't know about that anymore.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah, maybe it's right up his alley now.
The revelation is all the more shocking because of Spitzer's nationwide reputation as a Mr. Clean for his relentless pursuit of corruption.
It is never pleasant to see a public figure melt down. It is always an awful thing because
Speak for yourself, buddy.
It impacts him, it impacts his family.
This is the website for the business.
Doesn't get more entertaining than this. What is he talking about? It's never fun. Doesn't get more fun than this. When Mr. Clean all of a sudden is found with dirt all over his every nook and cranny.
It is never pleasant to see a public figure melt down. It is always an awful thing because it impacts him, it impacts his family.
This is the website for the business believed to be linked to Governor Spitzer. The Emperor's Club, which says it introduces clients to models, has reportedly been named in a federal indictment as an international call girl ring.
Get me on the Emperor's Club website immediately. How
It's
are
probably
these?
taken down by
There
now.
are so many of these websites all over the joint these days. Now, this one was one of your more high-cost kind of John to hooker kind of situations.
Yeah.
You would pay, I think the highest rate that they would charge is upwards of $30,000 to some foreigners and stuff. But for people like this dude, Elliot Spitzer, governor of New York, he was like paid somewhere like $5,000
Well,
he was being charged.
he actually
Give
one
me
of
your
them.
details. I want all the grody. I want all the real seedy, nasty details
want it
of
all?
the governor of New York and his hooker. Yeah. What do you got?
Well, like I said, he met up with this little hooker on 2/13/08 at the Mayflower Hotel.
Listen to Terry just talk about it. I wonder what she looks like on Terry Cam right now. Let me
He
pump it up.
actually
with this little hooker, yes.
The name of the place, of course, is the Emperor's Club, and
Emperor. I'm spelling it wrong.
Emperor's
Okay.
Club paid
The Emperor's got no
$4,300 in cash, and that had to be paid in full.
$4,300 was his cost for his little hooker in D.C. This is the day before Thanksgiving rendezvous.
No, Valentine's Day.
I mean, the day before. I'm sure he was giving thanks, but right. The day before Valentine's Day.
Right.
That's the one we're talking about. Where he paid 40. How do you agree on $4,300? Aren't you more like a round number kind of establishment if you're making deals with customers like Governor of New York, Elliot Spitzer? You agree on 43. I mean, this is not obviously a big deal, but I'm just kind of weird. $4,300 sold.
Well,
what about 44?
The prostitute has been identified only as Kristen, and that's how she was identified to him on the wire. Kristen,
so that's quote unquote Kristen, Terry.
Quote Kristen, yes.
You're suggesting that may not be the name on her birth certificate?
I don't think so.
So she's known as Kristen, and you know, and I can't wait, you know that Kristen, over the next week or so, is gonna surface. She's gonna surface.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
I want to see how hot she is. She better be freaking hot. That's all I gotta say.
Would you like to hear how hot she is?
Well, you got details?
I do. All
right, what do you got?
She was described to him. Now, mind you, this is over the phone.
Hold on.
And they refer to him as client.
We're all unzipping. Yeah.
Okay. They refer to him as client number 9.
That's how they refer to the governor?
Yes.
He's client number 9?
He is.
He's not referred to as
9.
anything else but client number 9.
Yes.
Well,
it's client number 9.
I'm ready to be client number 10.
Woo-hoo. Actually, I want to be 8.
She is described as...
No. Bill Clinton heard about the Empress Club, and he's now already established as client number 10. I have to be client number 11.
Are you ready for the description?
By the way, the EmpressClub.com has been taken down. EmpressClubVIP.com. It's
taken down?
Adult Models Elite Companion Concierge VIP.
I told you, that's because Bill Clinton and all his boys rushed so fast to the site after hearing about it, they crashed the site.
That's down.
So you ready for the description?
Yes, I'm ready, yes.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, she's described as petite, pretty brunette, 5 feet 5 inches.
Pretty brunette.
Yes. 5 feet 5 inches and 105 pounds.
Fun time with your teas there, Terry?
Petite, pretty brunette.
She's a petite, pretty brunette, yes.
5'5", 105 pounds. She was told that the
throw
client...
that hoe around the room. 105 pounds.
Jeez.
Yeah, and she was told that the client...
tossed from one wall to the next, Terry, at 105 pounds.
That the client would be, quote, paying for everything. Train tickets, cab fare from the hotel and back, minibar or room service, travel time and hotel. She was
those
told
hookers love to ravage the minibar, Terry. They do. I've heard, you know.
Right. She was told to take a train from New York to D.C.
She's a New York girl?
Yeah.
Christine?
Yes.
Or Kristen. What is it?
Kristen. Yes.
Kristen is 5'5". She got any ethnicity? Is she Asian?
No, American, very pretty.
She sounds Asian to me. No?
No. Apparently she's American, very pretty.
She's American?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Never expected that.
No, someone doesn't eat.
What white guy with power wants an American?
Yeah, you can get plenty of those for free.
Oh, wow. He paid $4,300 in cash.
$4,300.
Yep. And
pay her money. That should have gone to fix a pothole, Terry. But now somebody is driving right now as we speak down a street in New York, and their tire just went deep into a pothole, Terry, that could have been avoidable if Elliot Spitzer didn't have to get his rocks off.
Yeah.
With his 5'5" American brunette, 105 pounds, that he's probably tossing around like a rag doll, baby.
Yeah.
He gets off. These men in these high position of power, Terry, they tend to get a little freaky. I don't know if you remember from back in the day when I don't know what your lifestyle was, Terry, but you ever been with a man in serious positions of power?
No.
Never been with any senators, congressmen, presidents of the United States, anything like that? Foreign kings, diplomats, anything like that?
No. No.
All right, so I guess you can't tell us what you know.
Right. And according to more details, they're saying that when discussing how the payments would be arranged, Client 9 told them, same as in the past. No questions about it.
So any thoughts that this may have been his first excursion with the Empress Club are already put to rest, given the wiretap evidence that they have when he says same kind
Same
of
as
way
in the past.
we've done it in the past.
Right.
Now, when they describe to him what this hoe looks like on the wiretap evidence that they have, Terry, they're, again, describing it to him as if he has no idea. He's never seen her before, right?
Right.
So he's paying $4,300 for a hoe to come to his hotel room that when he opens the door, he may not like at all. I mean, yeah, she's 5'5", and it sounds all good, tell the tape-wise. But how many times have you heard height, weight, blah, 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 and open the door, or like met someone in the mall and it was just an utter disaster? Not your type, not what you're into, and you can't get away quick enough. He's paying $4,300 for a girl he's never seen, not even a real photo of?
But true, but being a client in the past, I think that they know. Yeah, he trusts them, and he knows that they know what he likes, and they're not gonna, if you're paying
for that kind of cash, you're gonna get what you want, I would assume.
You're getting a hot chick, I'm sure.
I'm marching back in there with this girl and the receipt.
Oh, I'm not saying she's not hot, but there's a lot of hot girls that every guy out there is going to attest that she's a hot girl that I'm just not into, I mean, there's a lot of... Everyone has a type, and I'm just saying $4,300 up front. Not that he's really paying it out of his own pocket. I'm sure it's all taxpayer slush fund money. And I'm just... If I'm putting that money out, I might want to see a picture. That's all I'm saying.
No, I think you deserve to. If you pay $5,000, you should be able to get to choose.
Yeah, but again, I think that he's not. This is not just the second time or anything like this. We all know that.
He was in D.C. for a quick little hearing the next day. He didn't have time to really haggle. Just send someone over really quick, throw her on the train, and then I'll throw her on the train myself.
Right.
Freaking bastard. I love it.
Yeah.
And his wife is standing right next to him. He's apologizing. This is the guy who was the white knight who was cleaning up the town, Terry, who could do nothing wrong. He was squeaky clean.
He was. Do you want to know what the prostitute said when she was done with client number 9?
Yes, I do,
Well, not
Terry.
said, but she told the Emperor's Club agent or whoever set it up that it went well. And she was even told that that possibly client number 9 might ask you to do things that you didn't think were very safe.
Oh yeah, that went well. When you're letting the Emperor's Club people in power know that it went well, does that mean anything more than I got the cash, or could that mean other things like he didn't beat me to a pulp? I'm still alive. What could it went well mean? She's writing this to the presidents, the founders, the CEOs, the CFOs of the Emperor's Club, right?
Well,
when she writes it went well, she's talking to her people back at the mothership, right?
Right.
Okay.
That
So
her
what is it?
evening with client 9 went well.
Her evening with client 9 went well. What does that mean? To me, that means probably nothing more than I got the cash.
I think it means that he did what he said. He didn't want. He didn't want more than what's bargained for.
Right. And there was no
a gentleman,
issues. Yes, and even maybe possibly the whole tryst in itself was a good one.
It was a pleasant one.
Yes, and maybe
it was a good customer.
Right.
It was a good client to pro type situation.
Right.
Yes. And that's the other thing that starts to come to mind, Terry. I mean, if this situation we're talking about weren't about the governor of New York, Terry, wasn't about the guy, because before he was governor, as I mentioned, he was the attorney general who brought a lot of people to justice who certainly want a piece of his ass now, Terry, because, as I said, he was Mr. Clean, who was so above everyone else and could never be caught in something like this. If this was like, let's say, not that kind of person, let's say it was a CEO of a major company, though, and he was caught with a hooker from a serious organization like the Emperor's Club that's designed for high-powered and well-to-do kind of, guys with big bankrolls to pay for sex on the side. Would it be that big a story? Is it really that big a deal? When it comes down to it, isn't prostitution like a victimless crime? Yes or no? How about?
Unless you're the wife.
Yeah. The wife and the 3 daughters. So victimless. How embarrassing. 20-some odd years of life, and here victimless might be.
Yeah, if you think you're having a bad day, you could always be this guy driving home with your wife after the press conference.
Right.
Be an awkward car ride,
it's just, and it's illegal.
For example, if this was Bill Gates.
It's illegal.
It's illegal, I understand. And yeah, he's the governor. He should know the law, that's
Breaking
for sure.
I
hate to throw Bill Gates under the bus here because I'm just strictly using him as an example. But let's say this was Bill Gates, who is the founder of one of the most recognizable, if not the most recognizable company in the history of the world. And all of a sudden it's discovered on wiretaps, they were really, truly investigating the outfit, the Empress Club itself, and they happened to find out that Bill Gates was a client. All right? Again, I shouldn't use him because I could be anybody. But just using a hypothetical here. Would it be that big a friggin' deal when no one is really a victim here? He's just paying money that he has. He's just going to a hotel. No one's getting hurt. A little arrangement. Let's legalize it already. Oldest profession in the book. Come on! But this guy, Spitzer, I want him to throw the book at him, Terry. I want to see him burn. Because he is a fraud. He is just an outright fraud. But anyone else, I'm asking you, Terry, is it that big a deal? Is it that big a story? Yes or no?
Yes.
It is.
It is, because I do. I absolutely do.
It's so bad.
Because it's not victimless. Even in Bill Gates, You
don't know. Forget Bill Gates. I don't want to use him as an example anymore. It's not fair.
But, anytime that, it'd be one thing if he...
And they send me free Xbox.
Right. Yeah, Bill Gates would just create a real Master Chief to go kill whoever told him.
I think that you're probably thinking it's harmless because it's all done privately or whatever, supposedly. However, it is illegal. The man's married. He's got family. He's got a wife, kids. It's embarrassing. So they are all victims.
Well, how do you know the wife is even bothered by this?
Regardless, it's out in the open. It's embarrassing. So, and his daughters, do you think his daughters are really cool on board with this?
Happy Father's Day, number 9.
Yeah, hey, let me buy you a prostitute because,
well,
come on.
For all you know, his daughters could be one of his daughters or more could be one of the interns at the Empress Club. You don't know that. You don't know what's going on in the private life of this man.
If it's not that big of a deal, then why make it such a big deal?
It is a big deal because this guy's a hypocrite and a fraud. That's why it's a big deal. And he should twist. He should burn, Terry, because he brought down many a person for doing exactly what he was doing all along.
They
so
all
he's a fraud.
Are hypocrites and frauds. The governor or the congressman or whoever who gets caught tapping his little toes in the airport, and then all of a sudden he's talking about he's bashing gays and all this and everything, but yet he's tapping, knowing that in the airport.
They're all hypocrites. That's the nature of politics.
They're all hypocrites. Aren't they all the same? If it was the CEO of Cisco, if it's John Chambers, I don't know if he's gay or not, and he
the guy that wrote Thong Song
solicits a not that Cisco, and he solicits a prostitute through the Empress Club because he doesn't want to go out there and date, because it's hard to go out to restaurants and stuff like that if you're a recognizable figure, and he wants to pay $5,000 instead of having to deal with all the rigors of small talk.
There are dating services that don't include illegal activities that you can get involved in.
What kind? All those ones are.
They even have ones for the very wealthy.
Yeah, but that's not what he's saying. He's saying the guy wants to get off. He wants to be with a girl tonight. Doesn't want to date. Doesn't want to go on 10 dates. Doesn't want to do any of that crap.
There are a million of these sites. I'm wondering if that's what you're getting at, Terry. Some of these sites refer to the payments to the hoes as donations, as we've talked about, Terry, but they're all the same. And there are millions of them. This happens to be one of the higher echelon, if not the top of the rung kind of prostitution, online little setups. Now, the Empress Club, and I actually have read in certain spots that it was all mafia run. So maybe there's so many connections that can be made here with this governor now with who knows if he's using taxpayer money and if he's flying her on I don't know what the end of this is all going to be, but I'm just asking, when it comes down to it, if it's not the governor with all he's done in the past, if it's just some regular CEO, is it really that big a deal? I'm not so sure.
Well, I think it's a huge deal. Especially when there's,
everyone should be thrown in jail who does something like this, no matter who they are.
It's illegal, right? Hello?
Until perhaps it's not. And maybe this...
And until then, yes, yes, you should be thrown in jail, especially when you're out there. Again, you emphasized the whole hypocrisy of the thing, but then you should pay just as much as you've made those other people pay.
Well, I got news for you. Johns that get caught, maybe they get their cars taken in, and I'm talking about a lot lower rent kind of situations, but they don't really get prosecuted to any serious extent, Terry. They get maybe thrown in jail for a night, they get a fine, they get their cars taken away. If it's a situation like more high society, like in hotels, like in this situation, you may get some, again, kind of community service or a fine, or maybe, if at all, a small, very small, 6-month or less type jail sentence, but that's in a very small minority of cases. So I don't know if you're aware, Terry, that these guys who have been caught in these kind of situations in the past don't really get prosecuted. They just look to take more. They look to take the situations like the Empress Club itself down more than they do the clients.
His mistake was having her travel from New York to Washington.
Right,
It's
that's what I was
federal
going to
now.
say. It is federal.
He's in trouble.
When you
he's in
cross
trouble.
state lines, yeah.
Oh, he's losing his job.
Right.
He's going to have to step down as governor. He's going to try to fight it, but he's going to lose. It's amazing how Mayor Getza, Mayor Newsom, Mayor Gotsome, Terry, how he is. Some politicians have their sex scandals and flourish. So they continue to go on as strong, chugging as strongly along as ever, like Mayor Newsom, Terry. Bill Clinton certainly didn't have really any major repercussions when it comes down to it with his under-the-desk little cigar tryst.
Well, he did have to go into rehab and all that
Monica
stuff.
Lewinsky, but when it comes down to it, his political career wasn't really damaged. And others, like Governor Mangravy, and some take it in the Steiner, Terry, and some do just fine.
Right. I understand that, but...
No, I don't think this governor, with all his enemies, because of all the people he took down, is going to be one that just skates along just fine.
No.
He's going to hang.
Well, it's that whole self-righteous attitude that people can't stand.
Right.
The Bill O'Reillys of the world, and when they get busted,
And then
there's
when they
nothing
get busted,
sweeter.
people definitely want to really make an example out of you because you're sitting up there on your soapbox.
Seeing his wife stand there so awkward and weird. I love my husband. No, I mean number 9. What did I say?
He didn't have to go to... She's going to call him client number 9 now?
Yeah, that's his new name.
Right.
If he would have gone to like a lesser profile kind of hooker joint, Terry, if he would have gone to maybe like a middle of the road instead of the highest of the high road, he probably wouldn't have been with the feds. They weren't after him when they were tapping the lines of this Empress Club, Terry. They just happened to bump into him as one of the clients. They weren't following him. They were following what the Empress Club was doing.
Wow.
If he had gone to more like, I don't know, Craigslist, he could have gotten his rocks off and been just fine.
Bad
That's not
luck.
it. Right.
But maybe he doesn't like the 3-tooth woman that'd be coming to his room if he were to solicit somebody through Craigslist.
I mean, he may like his job more, though. Who knows?
You get what you pay for. And he wanted someone hot. And you're telling me Kristen is pretty hot, Terry?
According to the description, and he was happy.
Well, is there any more
she came back and said it all went well.
5'5" and 105 is nice, I guess, if you're into petite girls, Terry, but doesn't really tell you that much.
Well, I don't have a picture, sorry.
I can't. I gotta see these. I know it's gonna come out, Terry. She's gonna step forward.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. You know, the Inquirer's got their checkbook out right now?
Yeah, of course. She's going to have
I say if it's anyone pretty much else, it's not that big a deal. Terry gets horrified by these situations because that's Terry's nature. You understand her by now. Let me step aside for this.
You don't think that if something came out with you, your family and your wife wouldn't be horrified and embarrassed and
if I decide to do something like that, all right? Which hopefully the day never comes, but maybe it's today.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I ain't getting caught. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that's what he was thinking too.
I'll just get divorced. Who needs a lifetime of groveling? Jeez.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to go.
I know.
If you need it that bad from Kristen.
I'm taking out the garbage on it. Yeah, try not to screw anybody on the way there. Lifetime of that. Who needs it?
1-866-663-T-Man. Terry is outraged because of what this man has done to his family.
All victims.
His family's had the wool pull over their eyes for who knows how long. That's their biggest problem.
Well,
Big
yeah.
group of dummies. I say it's really, not the biggest deal in the world, aside from this guy being a bastard, fraud, hypocrite that deserves to be stoned right in the center of Manhattan in Times Square. Why don't we just do that, Terry? That's what he deserves, because he is an outright fraud, two-faced liar who, even when he was making a statement yesterday, almost didn't look sympathetic or sorry enough.
Yeah.
He's just making a robotic statement, and let's all move on with our lives. Whatever. 1-866-663-T-Man. Your calls back after these words.
The T-Man Show. I apologize first and most importantly to my family. I apologize to the public, whom I promised better. I've disappointed and failed to live up to the standard I expected of myself.
That's a shame.
I must now dedicate some time to regain the trust
you have a lot of time.
my family.
This is the website for the business believed to be linked to Governor Spitzer.
Oh, damn.
The Emperor's Club, which says it introduces clients to models, has reportedly been named in a federal indictment as an international call girl ring.
It doesn't say it introduces clients to hookers, Terry. Doesn't say it introduces high-class clients to high-class hoes. It says it will allow you to meet models. Fresh off the runway, here they come.
The Emperor's Club, which says it introduces clients to models, has reportedly been named in a federal indictment as an international call girl ring. Girls charge as much as $31,000 a day or $3,100 an hour, and gift certificates are available.
Oh, gift certificates are available, Terry. You always wondered what you should get me for my birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that.
Yes, I'm buying you one now.
To the Emperor's Club so I can hang out with some models.
Right.
Some model citizens.
Yeah.
Now, I can't wait till they come forward with this high-class hooker that the governor was caught with, Terry, because sooner or later she's gonna surface. And I bet she's pretty freaking hot.
Yeah, I would say so.
Man. Wow. And Governor spitting all over it was all twisted up on the night before Valentine's Day with her. Is that right?
Yeah, how nice.
That's the height of romance for your marriage, huh?
Yeah, when the wife thinks she's out getting you a little something special.
You're probably right. You're probably right that the wife, in all likelihood, didn't know much about this, if anything.
Right.
You're probably right that she's horrified. You're probably right that she's shell-shocked. You're probably right that she's a victim of this victimless crime. You're probably right about all of that. But you don't know that for sure. Maybe this is a wife who for years has been like, I'm not into sex anymore, so do what you gotta do there, sucker, and come on with the checks.
And just don't get caught, maybe?
Be a good dad to our children, which you have been. You never know what kind of arrangement husbands and wives are making out there these days, and don't get caught.
I understand.
And I like going to all I like going to all the charity balls and stuff like that you take me to, because I wear nice dresses and it's a lot of fun. So you don't know that. I'm not saying by any stretch that is likely the reality.
Right.
But it could be, or something.
Anything's possible.
Or some kind of variation of that, Terry. You're right. She probably was blown away by this. A few weeks after he was blown away with $4,300. And speaking of spitting all over, Terry, just so I make sure I'm clear on this, I don't know if I mentioned this to you. I might have mentioned this to you last week. One of the newest trends I've discovered in the porn world, Terry.
Yeah.
Before we move on with some calls on Governor Spitzer. Did I mention to you, or did I just dream this, that one of the newest trends that I'm picking up on when I go to, all the sites?
Yes, we talked about it.
What am I going to tell you?
The girls like to spit on it?
No.
Sorry.
It's the next thing now up from that.
There's one after that?
I know I told you that. I told you about the trend being that women, you see it every scene now. There's not a scene that you don't see a girl spitting all over it. Believe me, I remember talking to you about that, but I don't know if I've told you the latest trend.
The worst part about it is I think of you when I see it now. Thank you very much.
That's not what I really had in mind there. Right. But I could be the first to apologize if that's the case. I wouldn't want my face there either if that's what you're thinking of when the girl's spitting all over it, which is like, as I said, in every scene.
Right.
Every porn you watch. You go to YouPorn. You go to MaxPorn. You go to my 3 favorite sites, YouPorn, MaxPorn, and Boys Food. And no, I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. They just happen to be a big fan. Any clip, spitting all over it. But now it's not just that.
Oh, jeez.
Now there's something else they're doing that I'm picking up on.
Oh, my gosh. I don't even want to know.
This is a little bit more subtle, Terry. I don't know if you're ready for this. I know it's a family show, but I got to tell you about this. So if you want to close your ears, do it.
I am.
I'm just going to tell you about the latest trend. Yeah, Terry, you can close your ears without blah, 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 blah. I'm sure it's great for Terry Cam. I'm sure you look wonderful on Terry Cam, but I think you want to hear the latest trend. Come on. Don't you want to hear it?
I know I do.
Do you not want to hear it?
No,
okay, I'll give you a couple of minutes to think about whether you want to hear it. I'll take a couple of calls.
Come on.
You think about whether you want to hear it.
Where's
and
my
I'll
trend?
tell you. Melissa, you're on the air.
Yeah, T-Man, I think you are right on with the subject with the governor.
Well, you have exceptional judgment there, Melissa. I can tell you that already.
Oh,
yes.
jeez.
Anyone who starts the call by saying I'm right on is obviously a very smart person. Yes.
The thing that makes this so bad is that, like you said, he's a hypocrite. And the fact is that prostitution does need to be legalized, because I think that Terry's crazy. There are women out there every day of their lives that get their marriage thrown away because a man is just cheating, with or without a prostitute. Who cares?
Yeah, if you had your druthers, Terry, I know you love having your druthers. If you had your choice and your husband, I know you don't want to think about him in either of these situations, but it's a hypothetical. You know, you're part of the show. You got to be involved in hypotheticals, Terry. You know, this knight in shining armor that you waited around for 20 years between marriages. Let's say you had to make a decision, life on the line, and your husband was either going to cheat on you with some random female that he met out there in the bank. He was waiting online, and boy, did she look good enough to take to the hotel, and blah, blah, blah. One thing led to another, and bing, bang, boom, he cheated on you. Or he can make an arrangement with a professional with no true emotion, because it's all a business transaction, and when you're talking about the highest class of the whole world, the likelihood of STDs probably goes down significantly. Which do you choose as far as your husband's discretions, Terry? Or indiscretions? Do you choose him to be the cheater with the random female he met out and about? Or the arranged situation for a low monetary fee?
I would much rather he just come to me, serve me divorce papers, and then go out.
Okay, you have to go off the board, don't you?
That's a perfect world. No man's going to do that. I mean, every woman would love for their husband to do that.
If he loves me, he's not cheating on me with anybody random or paying for it.
So you say.
So that's the way I feel.
You, and he loves his marriage with you.
You're the one who just said that he loves me. If that's the case, I'm a firm... I'm a firm believer that if you truly love somebody, even though there may be opportunities out there, however many you get in a lifetime or every day or whatever,
left and right, turn it around.
You know within yourself that it's not worth the sacrifice.
Yeah,
it's not worth the risk and not worth the sacrifice. So hopefully you're a strong enough man and you can keep it in your pants long enough that you respect your wife. That's not true. You always get caught. Here's proof. In the pudding right there. Got caught out there preaching, getting on your soapbox, talking about everybody else, you know.
He probably knew what he was doing what is wrong. And some psychologists would probably suggest that this dude, Governor Spitzer, probably deep in his mind and his heart of hearts and his soul and his psyche, Terry, wanted to get caught.
Okay. Yeah, he wanted to embarrass his wife, his daughters, sure.
Everyone knows.
To do that.
Everyone knows that every time you make a text message, and I understand they got text messages that he sent back and forth to the Emperor's Club, everyone knows that anytime you do something like that, or even the phone calls that you make, these days in the technological world that we're living in, you leave a footprint, okay? Everything you do as far as messaging, and no matter what kind of harmless message you may be sending to your mom or something like that, there's a record of it. Mm-hmm. So you're telling me this guy didn't know what he was doing was a risk? Some psychologists would suggest that the guy who was the big clean up the town kind of authority figure, deep in his mind, wanted to get caught. And now that he did, I say they take his ass down. What is there, a flying saucer flying into your backyard? You all right, Melissa? You okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
What was that?
I know.
she's gone. Did you hear that sound, Terry?
Yeah, it was kind of bizarre.
Sounded like a UFO landed in her yard.
Watch out!
All right, now that you've had time to think about it, do you want to hear the latest trend?
Oh, jeez.
That's going on that I'm noticing in pretty much every scene.
Yes, T-Man, please tell me.
It's the next step up from spitting all over it.
Oh, jeez. What's that?
Obviously,
spitting on it's going to be replaced or no?
No, it's not replacing it. No, it's adding to it.
Okay.
Obviously, from the sound of Terry's voice, she's not ready for it yet.
She's ruining this for me.
Until she's ready for it, I'm not going to tell her the latest trend. I'm going to keep taking calls. 1-866-663. T-Man, that's toll free. 1-866-663 T-Man. Let me go to Angela. You're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how are you,
What's up,
T-Man?
baby? Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I have to disagree with you and go with Terry on this.
You sound pretty hot.
Oh, well.
You want to start your own Empress Club or what?
No, I'm with Terry on this.
I'm the Emperor and I got no clothes.
What?
Oh, never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
You know, you were talking about in some places what they do to Johns. I came here from Hawaii about 6 years ago, and when I left there, Johns had their pictures taken, and they were put in the local newspaper.
Well, I'm not saying every state or every part of the country is exactly the same, but 99 or 90% of the time, you got these clients of prostitutes that just get a slap on the wrist, if at all, and even if in Hawaii they put the pictures of the Johns in the paper, that is not the harshest crime that those who have broken laws have ever had to face.
No, and that's not. But
it's embarrassing, and so is getting your car impounded when you're, rolling up on a street walking hoe. So, I mean, that happens too.
It does. But the fact is, it's illegal. And one, I strongly believe, and it does happen, that two consenting adults can say, hey, honey, I love you, but I like a little variety in my marriage, just like I like a little variety in my tie. Sometimes I like it spicy, sometimes not so spicy.
Yes, I love the reference. Should prostitution be A, legalized, B, kept the same as far as the laws that are on the books, or C, stepped up as far as the punishments and maybe harsher punishments instead of the basic slap on the wrist that the clients who solicit prostitutes currently get? I say, if anything, it should be A, except for Elliot Spitzer, who should be stoned. Put on the rack, Terry. I want this dude taken down. I want this dick destroyed for the hypocrite, for the absolute fraud that he's proven himself to be, with his little sniveling little face. Yes.
Well, it needs to be either A or B. It either needs to be legalized because, one, you're not going to stop it, or two, it needs to be punishable.
And what a fine line, many would argue, prostitution really is. When the girl will not give you sex until the third date after you establish that you took her to a show and 2 dinners and this, that, and the other thing, some would argue that in itself is you paying for sex.
No,
Don't even get me started on that argument that I know a lot of guys are waiting in the wings to talk about right now, Terry. Where prostitution begins and ends. Where the line is drawn on what prostitution is and what isn't. If a girl out there refuses to give a man sex until he establishes himself as a man that pays for all the dinners for a few times out and does this, that, and the other thing, wouldn't that be considered pseudo-prostitution, Terry, I ask you? Pseudo-prostitution.
Well, I would say prostitution begins with the respect or not respect of the woman. So I may be a little...
Oh, whatever. Nice job throwing a nice, huge chunk of shade of gray in there that no one can really define. Respect for the woman. How do you break that one down?
Oh, that is...
Well, I'm about to go into a dead zone, so it was very nice talking to you.
Oh, it was our pleasure. See you later. 1-866-663-T-Man. Let me take Kevin really quick. Let me take a dude. You're on the air. Kevin in Fairfield, what do you got?
Hey, first of all, for $5,000, you've got to see a picture. The girl could have a hole the size of a tennis ball on her forehead. You'd never know. But
the size of a tennis ball, yeah. Well, the Empress Club would really be doing well as far as PR is concerned when the clients are getting together at their ski conclave and they're talking about, I got the one with the mole on her forehead the size of a tennis ball. No, I think Terry made a good point that when you're dealing with a place with a reputation for dealing with high-profile clients, you don't want to disappoint them. Right. So
hey, the likelihood like different things.
The likelihood that she's really hot, yeah, but nobody likes the mole the size of the tennis ball on the forehead.
He also gave a deposit for next time too.
Right.
Somebody's out there, but hey, one of the things I don't think you guys are talking about is what if the guy is single, and is that victimless?
Well, if the guy is single, then it's completely victimless. If there's a single high-profile executive in a company, like we mentioned, just because we needed examples, we threw out Bill Gates, we threw out John Chambers. I'm a big guy, I love technology, Terry, so these are the top of my mind kind of high-profile CEOs. If a guy out there is not married with kids, Terry, do you got a problem with it then if he decides to go to high-class hooker little setups or what?
Well, you're talking about... the thing is, I just have
Still
a whole...
illegal.
I know, and I do have a whole issue with the whole hooker thing, period.
But you have a hard time saying that there's anything wrong with that.
Right,
but don't you? So it's not about the law, is it?
No, it is.
Is it?
And you know what? If you want to make it legal, then fine. Make it legal. Tax them. Just like weed. Make weed legal and tax the hell out of it.
Oh, jeez. Now you're getting crazy. Anyway, well, they kind of have. Anyhow, Kevin, anything else you needed to add or no? Huh? Oh, okay, thanks. Bye. Are you ready now, Terry? To hear the latest trend?
Yes, please.
Well, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear you comfortable. I want to hear you not horrified. I want to hear you genuinely interested.
I am interested.
I'm not feeling it yet. What a
Come on. I never care if women are ready.
Oh, you know I'm going to tell you. You know I'm not going to let not just even the show expire. I'm not going to let the 8 o'clock hour expire without telling you. But I would like Terry to get a little bit more comfortable and not just go through the motions here. She should know, by the way, she should be interested in what the latest trends are that women are doing to their men in the throes of sexual passion. Aren't you interested just based on that aspect, Terry?
Oh, sure.
Shouldn't you take tips from what the porn stars are doing to the men in these scenes?
I don't do porn. I don't watch porn.
You don't have to watch porn to be interested to know what's going on out there so you can bring it to your loving relationship. Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
I'm fine. I'm good.
What movie is that line from?
Right or wrong?
Right or wrong? Probably a million movies.
Yeah.
But it's something standing out in my head. I feel like I'm feeling Al Pacino somewhere in there. Right or wrong? Anyone? No?
Not ringing a bell, but I will find it for you.
I can't think of a damn thing either. Terry, you should be basically not just comfortable with me telling you, but demanding I tell you at this very second.
Tell me, T-Man, tell me now. I need to know the new sexual thing.
Play it up now, Terry, but you're going to be slipping as far as what you need to be doing to keep up with the Joneses in the satisfying world, Terry. Don't you want to be a wife who continuously satisfies your husband, the man who you love, who loves you dearly in every new and exciting way that there is out there, and at least make the decision, well, I like that new trend, I don't like that new trend, but I at least want to hear about them all, right? Wouldn't that make sense? No? Hell,
sure, yeah, I got to hear about them all the sex trends. Ooh.
All right, I thought I made a good point. Maybe not. I thought I made a good case for you wanting to hear this and needing to hear this, Terry, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the way it is.
Yeah.
So maybe I won't tell you. Maybe 8 o'clock will. The 8 o'clock hour will go by, and you'll never know. And the 9 o'clock hour will go by, and you'll never know. And I'll be racing for San Jose and doing my thing, and you'll never know.
No, T-Man, please, don't do that to me.
Oh, you
I need
sound
to know.
so... Mm-hmm.
Oh, just because Hot Shot's dying to know. So, at least, please, Hot Shot.
No, I'm not doing it for Hot Shot. They figure it out on his own. He can figure it out.
Someone said Godfather 3, but I've never seen that. Is that right?
Right or wrong? Yeah, feels... Well, I mean, when you think of Al Pacino, of course, you're going to throw out The Godfather. So Liar, liar, your pants are on fire! Okay, no, I don't know where that came from either. Yeah, I don't know if it's... I doubt it. Some other movie.
Yeah, that wouldn't stand out. I mean, how many times have you seen that? Once? Twice, maybe?
Probably something more Pacino obscure, like Sea Love or something like that. Casey, you're on the air. Salem, hello.
I'm still here.
Yes, you're on the air.
Yeah, I'm here.
And you're on the air, Casey.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm here.
Are you there, Casey?
Yes.
Oh, good. You're on the air, Casey.
All right. So, yeah, this is the reason why I don't trust politicians. They tell you one thing, and they do another.
Huh? And you're just finding that out this morning, Casey?
Huh?
You're just putting that all together this morning?
No, I didn't bring that all together. That's my base belief since I started voting.
Yes, well, that is the point I'm trying to make, is nothing new this morning based on this whole Governor Spitzer situation than there was for the past 10, 20, 500 years of politics.
Of course.
From Jefferson to Kennedy to Clinton to Spitzer. There have been politicians doing all kinds of seedy things behind the public's back from the day that people were first elected. So this is nothing new. It's not going to stop. This is not going to be the one that makes all politicians stand up straight and not do wrong any time in the future.
Yeah,
all right, Casey?
Course.
So tell it. What I'm basically saying is, tell us something we don't know.
Well, about the prostitution thing, you know, I love my wife.
Yeah.
I love my wife a lot. I would never do anything to cheat on her.
Easy. Yeah.
Right.
Huh?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, continue on with that thought.
Well,
But
I think, you know, honestly, I think it should just stay the way it is. You know, Las Vegas, you can go get a hooker. You know, that's Las Vegas's thing. But you know what?
So if you get a hooker in Las Vegas, it's not cheating on his wife, Terry. Is that right, Casey? Casey? Oh, there he goes. I love my wife. I would never do that, except in Las Vegas, T-Man, where what happens there stays there. So. Sounds like he's ready. Sounds like he's ready for politics.
That's Vegas' thing, though. You have to do it, he says. That's their thing. That's what they do.
Yeah, if you don't, they won't let you leave until you do. I understand his point. I hope his wife does. Yes. 1-866-663 T-Man. I hope Terry comes around to
be eager to hear.
I want it to be genuine, Terry. I want you to say, T-Man, yes, I see your point. I'm a big girl. I can listen to what others are doing out there and decide whether I want to work that into my repertoire, or maybe it's something you've been doing for years. All right?
Right.
But even if you sound as ridiculously uncomfortable as you sound right now in this whole last segment about me telling you about this, even if you still sound that way in the next segment, I'm not going to torture Hotshot any longer or anyone else. I'm going to tell you what I've discovered.
Okay.
It's going to be beautiful.
Is it?
I don't know. And maybe I've already told you for all I know. I can't remember even what I had for breakfast this morning, you know? Look at this call board. Devil's Advocate, Scent of a Woman. Everyone's got their guess. Right or wrong? Actually, the more I think about it, I think that caller, whoever said Godfather 3, might be right. Yeah, that or See Your Love. Or Scent of a Woman. Devil's Advocate. Carlito's Way. One of those.
Okay.
You haven't seen Carlito's Way, so have you, or no?
No, but I'm just throwing out Al Pacino movies. If not that, maybe it was Heat or
Heater.
Oh, stop.
Right or wrong?
That sounds familiar to me, too, and I've never seen Godfather 3.
You never seen Sea of Love? Sea of Love, one of the greatest movies of all time that I actually can't get through anymore these days. But when I think I saw that like in high school and loved it. You saw it, Terry?
I did.
I know one line from that movie that's just like totally cool.
Which one?
I don't remember. He's like in a shoe store or something, and he goes, all these people in here with their rocks and their furs, they get raped, they get robbed. I'm all of a sudden their daddy. See? Come the wet-ass hour, and I'm everybody's daddy. I'm like, that's so cool. I want to be everyone's daddy. Yeah. I don't know what line that was from. Anyway. So, you don't really need to keep calling with your guesses. Everything will be fine. I think more and more now that it is Godfather 3. Right or wrong? Okay. What were you and Vinnie the Pooh screaming about during the break, Terry? What the hell's going on there? Everything all right?
No.
Can you guys get to a day without being at each other's throats or what?
What happened is...
I want to hear from Vinnie the Pooh first. Vinnie the Pooh, step up to the microphone, please. What do you mean, of course I do?
Of course you do.
I'll take both sides, Terry. But if you two are fighting, he doesn't get to speak as much as you.
I was just trying to resolve a situation and have it go to a private area.
Oh,
and he's mad
Sounds like a good deal to me, Vinnie the Pooh.
He's mad because he doesn't think I'm doing anything about it.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about now. You're talking to such generalizations that I have no understanding of. I'm out of the studio for a week here and there, and going to San Jose later this morning, as you know, Terry, and... Normally, when I'm in the studio with you guys, you're not at each other's throats, or at least not until I can keep score. And now I feel like I'm missing out. So tell me specifically what you guys are screaming about, and I want to hear it from Vincent Thy Pooh. Go ahead.
So, I mean, this stupid little chat room thing is popping off, and oh boy, want to do something stupid in the chat room, and then she don't want to tell me, right?
Well, speaking of that, before you even get too far ahead with that, I got to make sure I say this before I forget. There's a guy or like a couple of guys emailing me who says Terry banned them for life. And they told me what the reasons were. Didn't sound like a reason to be banned for life from the chat room to me. And they want to know if I could do something to get them back in so they can be a part of Terry Cam. Now, why are you busting dudes out, Terry, for life? That's something serious.
Tell me specifically who it is and what it was said.
Oh, geez. He wrote me just last night. I'm trying to remember his name. Would you know the name?
Yes.
Can you think of any names? Give me some names of people that you busted out for life.
Hold on, I can go to my ban list. So.
You have a ban list?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 472 people on there.
I really
Why
don't ban
are you so
many.
quick on the trigger? You love the power.
I actually don't ban very many people. I kick people, but I don't ban too many.
He said something about your coach or I don't know. He said that you even set him up. You said, say it one more time or something like that, so he did.
Oh, no, that doesn't sound familiar. And really, the only time I actually ban is like, it's not me. It's complaints from more than one person.
I will tell you this, and I should have written him this back in the email, but I was lazy like always. I will tell him this, though. Anyone who got banned for life, like this guy who wrote me last night and maybe one other who has written me in the past, if you're banned for life from Terry Cam and you want to be reinstated, if you call the show and tell us your side of the story, we'll have a courtroom little setting here and we'll decipher whether Terry was accurate and proper in banning you for life, which I'll give the caller the benefit of the doubt right from the get-go.
Right, I know.
All right? I will, Terry, because it takes a lot to be banned for life from a chat room.
Well, then why even have me have this then? Let it be yours.
Oh, listen to you.
Wow.
You just do it. You handle it. I'm cool with that.
It's crazy.
It was your idea to have it be mine. Fine.
That's right.
And I was cool with that. And then you get angry at me when I have control over it. Because you really truly want control over it, so you do it.
That appeals to the listeners. You get a big kick out of being the host of a very popular. You see all the hits they got for the month, by the way?
Obviously.
They're astounded. You're like one of the most popular sites now on the entire internet, Terry. I don't know if that's... but all I can tell you is the numbers are absurd with how many people are hitting up on Terry Cam. All right? So be proud and don't get all touchy and agree with me when I tell you it should take a serious offense for someone to be banned for life. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to have anyone that calls in who's banned be put right back in. I said we'd have a courtroom little situation. We'd hear their side of the story. And yes, they are innocent until proven guilty. We'll be taking their side of the story. In all likelihood, leaning towards it at least. And if that gets you all bent out of shape and that makes you want to throw the towel in on Terry Cam, my gosh.
I don't like racial slurs.
Wet ass out.
Yeah. You're my daddy.
You don't like the racial slurs?
Well,
yeah,
slurs.
I agree with you. Racial slurs should not be permitted in any chat room. But unfortunately, all kinds of racial slurs are what's going on, not just in chat rooms, but on the streets. Should that be immediate banishment for life? Maybe. Maybe not. Let's hear each individual case and decide. So you're saying everyone you've banned for life has undergone some means of communication that included a racial slur?
Either that or was to the point where it was a really bad, disgusting, sexual, not cool thing. And whether it's against anybody as far as anybody that pertains to this show, including VTP.
Wait till what I'm about to tell you about the new trend, Terry. You may ban me for life.
Oh, geez, maybe I should.
Well, if that guy's listening, he's invited to try to get through on the phone lines one of these days. Any day is fine. Wait on hold for your time to come on the air, and then we'll have a little kangaroo court. I don't even know.
Oh, jeez.
And figure out whether you should be reinstated or Terry was proper in giving you, yes, a lifetime ban. A lifetime ban is pretty serious. You agree, Terry,
right.
or no?
It's different. Kicking is like for an hour or for the rest of the morning or whatever. But they can come back in. And banning is, I know, is deals with their whole, they can't get back.
And this guy is devastated since he's been banned the way he wrote his email. He very much apologizes and wants to be back as a part of the Terry Cam community.
Oh, well, get a new computer then.
Wow. Terry's on fire today.
Her pants are on fire! Yeah. All right, well, if you don't think this guy deserves to be heard, Terry, well, that's pretty interesting.
There you go.
Now, what were you fighting about? Vinnie, you were about to say what you were fighting about, and then I interrupted you. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just had to get that thought out.
Oh, good. All right, so, like I said, the chat room. And
call him out. Say who it was again.
Our toothless friend. Hold on, I'm getting there. Shoot.
You sound really down over there.
No, I'm good. No, it's just...
He's down.
No, it's just like idiotic. Like, all parts, you feel me? So, old boy did something, right? I guess made a little...
Gay phone operator?
Yeah. He made a little image, right? And then, I guess...
Gay phone operator is not done with you yet, apparently.
No, okay,
well, and he's not done with him either.
So I invited him down to the little workplace here. I just said, come down.
And basically what you were doing in that
I don't care anymore. I will lose my job.
I'm
gonna lose my job today. So powers that be, if you're listening to this, I'm gonna lose my job today.
You got so bent out of shape, you got so pissed off at what gay phone operator is currently doing that you told him you want to fight him at the station.
I just told him to come down. Hey, whatever he wants to do.
Let's be honest what you're talking about. You told him you want to fight him at the station.
Can I finish what happened real quick? Or what? Okay.
Well, what did he do that made you want to have him come down to fight you at the station?
It's not that. Okay, this thing has been ongoing. He came at me, I came at him. I thought it was done last week, right? Was it not? Was this not done like last week?
I thought you pretty much had him buried with the toothless little insecurity thing that he has going on there. Yes.
It should have been done last week. And
he's regrouped and come back for more.
Okay, so I didn't say nothing to him. He didn't say nothing. But whatever. He want to make some little childlike image, right, and put it in the little chat room, right? But the thing that really upset me was the fact that it was up in this chat room all morning. Right? And I had no idea because I was working, answering calls, doing whatever, right? I didn't see this image. I had to hear it from Scott, even though Terry's dumb ass had been staring at this image all morning.
So you're mad at Terry for allowing this image to be up there of you.
But she should have been Terry. Because he's a little bratty baby about it, and he takes it too serious. And I try and tell him
Did Scott not tell me about it? He did. I had to hear it secondhand. You're looking at the image. You're looking at, hey, all it took was, hey, Vinnie, Gay's got a little image of you. You might want to come take a look at this. That's it.
Because
I had to hear it from
childish.
Then why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me?
And I'm everybody's daddy.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I know
the thing that made me mad is I had to hear it secondhand from Scott.
Secondhand? It's not secondhand.
But he had to tell me. Why couldn't you tell me? Why couldn't you tell me?
It makes a good point, Cherry. If you're watching out for your fellow coworkers,
like if somebody,
my dumbass is always looking out for Vinnie.
No, your dumbass ain't looking out for nobody but your dumbass.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Dumbass is. I'm
a little fag. Okay.
And you know what? I hope he does get the T-shirt made up and passes it out in front of your club. Because that's what he's planning on doing.
This is who you've been working with, T-Man.
So.
This is who you've been working with.
Everyone, stop.
Who sounds like a child now?
No, you're
You're damn near 50 years old. Act like it.
And why don't you act like a grown...
She's not 50. Stop!
And that's what I was just trying to tell you is, you know what? This is the reaction he wants, and that's why he keeps doing it. So you got to let it roll.
Terry, this image that gay phone operators come up with as far as Winnie the Pooh is concerned, is he threatening to put it on T-shirts and spread it around the clubs?
He's going to put it on the T-shirts, yes. Yes, he is.
All right, hang on. Listen,
And by the way, what I did, because it's gotten so childish, because Gay and Vinnie were fighting so much and nobody wanted to hear it anymore.
No, you didn't want to hear it anymore. Everybody was with me.
No, they weren't.
They wasn't with me?
No, they weren't.
All right, hang on a second.
You're not the best liked one in there either.
T-Man, I'm done talking about this.
Not everybody loves you, Vinnie.
I'm done.
You're not it.
You're not
all
I'm going back to work.
No, you're not going back to work. This is work. This is your work.
That's what you do. Enjoy.
Now listen.
Like, he's the most popular person, and everybody loves him, and they're always on his side. It's cut down the middle.
That's not the case. Vinnie the Pooh has a wrong image of how he is perceived in the chat room.
Everybody's on me. I can tell you many people who don't like him.
He thinks he's adored when that's not the case, is what you're saying.
It's pretty much 50-50, quite honestly.
All right, but he thinks it's 100 to 0.
He thinks it's all him and just Gay. So I just shut it down. I forget this crap. I even tried to say, hey, what's going on? Can we talk about something different? And there are a couple of people trying to change the subject. But then Vinnie gets back in there and with his big font and want to take on. It's like, and I asked him too. I said, if you're going to fight with Gay, then do it private message. You two go at it privately.
That's nice. Listen.
And then he's going to sit there and talk to me about your demo. Why don't you just do some work? I said, I am doing work.
Somebody help me.
You made me break my promise about telling everyone the new trend now, because I'm up against a hard break. I'm going to have to hold that for the next segment. I got to get to the bottom of this gay phone operator, Terry Free, Vinnie the Pooh triangle situation.
These guys are driving me to drink, and I'd like to thank them for it.
God.
This little pink upside-down triangle situation between Vinnie the Pooh, gay phone operator, and Terry B. Free has to be settled.
Oh, man.
We all know, according to Vinnie, I'm useless on this job.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Terry, why do you... All right, let's take a moment of pause. We'll all have a group hug, probably.
No, we won't.
And when we get back, we'll settle everything. All right? Not even close, yeah.
The T-Man Show.
Man, how about Mariah Carey refusing to go away, Terry? Seeing the new video? She looks incredible.
Oh, of course she does.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yep.
Should have been buried after Jiggly. What was the movie she was in that was like Geely? Glitter and Geely, yes. Beautiful.
And to Kelly with Justin. From Justin with Kelly. Love something.
From Justin to Kelly.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the one you're thinking of. Oh, boy, I don't know what to do now. I got gay phone operator waiting in the wings. I got people who are on the line complaining that you shut down the chat room yet again. You want to explain that one, Terry?
Yes.
You want to explain why people are crowding the phone line saying why the Terry Cam chat room has been shut down? You want to give me that word?
Yes. I did it because I got tired of Gay and VTP arguing and being rude to one another, and then me getting tons of private messages from people who are sick and tired of it.
Unbelievable.
And so I said, fine, I'll just cut it down. Hey, I'm going on the request of other people. I'm going on the
people
request.
don't know what they want.
Because they want to talk about something else. It's old news. It's stupid. The toothless, the gay. It's really retarded. Hey, stupid.
Terry a little power, and this is what she does with it. She shuts down her own chat room for periods at a time. You're all going into timeout mode.
That's right, and everybody's more than happy to oblige.
Well, they're calling up pretty pissed off right now because you took down the whole chat room.
Well,
you don't know that people don't know what they like, what they want, what they need. They love that crap.
No,
they don't. They see a fight between gay phone operator and Vinnie the Pooh, and even though they say, hey, guys, cut it out, we're sick of it, blah, 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 they love every second of it in all likelihood. So stop being overzealous in your power that we've given you for the Terry Cam, which is yours, yes, I know, and it should give you the right to do as you please, but you're so micromanaging your own chat room that it's absurd.
Well, what do you want me to do? That's what
I want you to reopen it.
All right.
And you need a 2/3 vote from now on to shut the thing down.
No, well, then I get that right away. So if everybody's voting, they wanted it down.
No, I'm not talking about for people in the chat room. I'm talking about...
Well, then don't even let me be on it then. Don't.
Unbelievable. I don't believe my frickin' ears. You took down the chat room.
I mean,
I'm talking about in the last segment how you're banning people, and I think that's too much. Now you took down the whole chat room because you got a couple instant messages of people saying they're sick and tired of it.
It's not a couple. It's
I don't care if it's 900,000,000, Terry.
I love that number.
You don't take down your own chat room because Gay and Vinnie the Pooh are going at each other's throats. That's priceless. And yeah, we did the whole thing last week, but now Gay's taking it to the next level by threatening. He's put up, in case you're not aware what's happened, it's no big whoop, really. Gay put up a T-shirt, what potentially he's going to distribute out there, and on the T-shirt, it's Vinnie the Pooh's very handsome little head, very little, very handsome, and it says, I'm a fag, don't hate.
Right.
Team VTP. It's a very cool picture of Vinnie the Pooh, though. I wish I had a profile picture of myself looking like that.
Yeah.
He looks so slick.
He does, and thanks to his MySpace, because that's where Gay gets all his little photos. I mean, so he makes it accessible to anybody to take the picture. And by the way, there's been a picture up of Gay. Somebody photoshopped a picture of Gay and made 2 teeth missing and posted it. So what difference does it make?
It's probably just a current photo. Anyway.
Regardless.
Listen, you got people upset with me. It's not like I want to shut down the show because I haven't told my story that I promised, or what I picked up on these internet porn sites that I promised I would tell before the 8 o'clock hour expired. Now look at it. It's 9:06. I'm a freaking liar. And for those who feel like they got a little shortchanged, not that this is the biggest thing in the world, if you call back and you weren't able, a lot of people can't listen as long as they'd like to, and they're now at work or whatever, and I've ruined their day.
Well, tell us.
I'm going to tell you, and for those who aren't able to listen right now, if you call back, I'll tell you personally, and then we'll be fine. Anyway, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. And now it's been so stretched that it may not even sound like that big a deal. But I'm going to tell you what I've discovered lately on YouPorn and Boys Food and Max Porn and all these other sites that offer free porn clips. The greatest invention in the history of the internet. Screw subscriptions. Who the hell needs that crap? I ain't giving you my credit card. Give me free porn clips. My world is perfect. I haven't watched the Playboy channel in months, Terry, and I'm paying $19.99 for that thing. I can't believe it. Anyway, I've noticed lately, you remember, let's go back now, I told you about how a few months ago I couldn't help but notice that in every damn scene when you got a woman and she's with her male performer, her partner, her fellow actor there in their particular clip, and she's in the midst of oralizing him, if you will. Are you following, Terry? She's oralizing the situation. There was this unbelievable, overwhelming, you can't get through a scene without seeing her spit on it. I brought that to your attention. Now, there's another new trend, right in that same vein, if you will.
Oh, the main one.
Not only is she spitting on it in an exaggerated fashion, spitting all over it. Not only are they doing that now, these ladies who are, waxing the lance of their very proud men. But there's another new trend that I picked up on just over the past few weeks. I'm noticing that the women in these scenes are going beyond the Call of Duty to show how gagging the situation has been. They're over-exaggerating. They're forcing. They're falsifying this gagging thing. They're pretending they're choking. Now, obviously, everyone knows that if any woman is in a situation where she really gets, deep into the deal, that she's gonna probably gag, and it's not gonna be a fake gag. It's not gonna be a falsified gag. But I'm telling you, I'm noticing that these women in these scenes are forcing, they're acting, they're falsifying this gag, Terry, to try to, make the scene that much more enjoyable, and it's working.
Yeah,
it's a bogus gag. Yeah, they're sitting there. They're sitting there and they're going when they don't need to be. They don't need to be doing that. It's not that dramatic a situation that they're doing there. Not that they're doing a bad job by any means. They're doing a fine job, but it doesn't call for them to be like pretending like they're on their last gasp, like they're choking so badly. They're faking the choking, Terry. That's the new trend. The fake choke is very. Exactly. You got it down, Terry. You're ready for the theater. You're ready for the next clip that I load up today.
Okay. Here, let me get
they
ready.
Are doing it. I'm telling you, I've picked up on this. You can almost not get through any clip these days without seeing a fake choke going on.
Okay, I'll even do it on Terry Cam. Ready?
Oh, jeez. I got to tune in. Hold on.
Okay, ready.
I'm not with you. Just wait.
Let me know.
Let me hear you. Go ahead. You got it. You're natural. You're an absolute natural, Terry. That's what they're doing. It's happening. It's a trend I picked up on, and I'm sharing it with you, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who missed out on this new revelation that I've come to, well, I don't know if your life will ever be the same. I mean, they're going beyond the Call of Duty to sell how badly they're being choked by the massive man they're dealing with.
The massive man.
And I love it. It works. Beautiful. Oh, Terry, you just can't stop doing it, can you?
You can't either. I'm doing it back at you.
Well, I'm the one who discovered it, at least, Terry. I mean, you're just taking the ball and running with it.
Oh, my goodness. That hurts.
You're fascinated by this, aren't you?
I'm just...
hey, now you can spend your afternoon the same way as me, Terry. Well, actually,
really?
But... you could watch. No, I mean you could watch these clips and tell me that I'm wrong, because I ain't wrong. I know I'm right. Because not every girl in every scene gets choked like that, but they're doing it. Someone must have told someone that guys love it, and it makes the scene that much more fun and just raunchy and everything you love out of your little porn clip scene, Terry. Faking the gagging. Love it. And now I wonder if this is going to carry over, if this is going to translate into just the general population, Terry. No camera on, just a guy and a girl getting together, and in order to make him feel good, in order to make him feel like he's having a great sexual moment with her, women out there who are getting together with their boyfriends are going to fake gag, Terry. They're going to fake the gagging. I wonder if it's going to carry over to mainstream America. What is your feeling on this? It's already carried over to mainstream Terry Cam.
I don't know. I mean, you're the pro when it comes to...
Aren't you glad you turned Terry Cam back on for this, Terry? Come on,
they loved it. They loved it.
They loved it. They could have missed that if you would be so stubborn and keeping Terry Cam off the air. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you think that because it's happening... just in about every clip I watch, Terry, which is everything that's out there, do you think it's going to start carrying over to the little private apartments, the little private living rooms of a couple of 21, 22-year-olds that hook up tonight? Yes or no?
Maybe so. I don't know.
Well, I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Now, I hate... to make the transition to this great new trend that I just spoke of, to the next caller, but I have, he said leading into the sounder, I have no choice.
Oh,
he's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Good morning.
He's all chipper again.
Wow.
He's all giddy. Last week, he crawled into his little hole of depression and just wallowed in it. And now he feels like the upper hand is with him again because he's got Vinnie the Pooh on his heels and challenging him to come down so he can punch him in the face. And it's a real cheap tactic to just present a dummy-looking T-shirt that you're threatening to make in mass quantities and put out there in the streets of our world, Gay. And that's basically what you're doing. You're threatening Vinnie the Pooh with a T-shirt that will let everyone know that he's part of the gay community, which he isn't. And if you're not part of the gay community, you wouldn't want it to be out there that you are. You can understand that, right?
I totally want to have him print it up, but you know what? I'll give credit. That fat bitch, Lorena, is the one that actually made the shirts. I just added the I'm a fag comment. So Lorena gets on his jock all the time. She wants him. I don't know why the hell she thinks he wants her, unless he's into fat chicks.
You mean Lorena, the one who's on line 46 right now? You mean this Lorena?
Oh,
is this the Lorena you speak about? Lorena, is this you?
Good morning, T-Man.
How are you, Lorena?
I'm doing great this morning. How are you?
Is this the fat bitch that you just referred to, Gay?
Well, you know what? what? GPO should be the last person talking because I don't know if he's seen himself lately, but he is not the skinniest guy either. So first of all,
okay, you're a stupid, ignorant bitch. I never said I was skinny. I never said I was in shape. I'm the first one to admit that I am fat.
It's pretty rude for someone who had to get a surgical procedure that wasn't even available 15, 20 years ago to get yourself from not being grossly obese to be calling someone else a fat bitch gay.
Why?
Isn't that a little over the top and a little...
No. But so you don't understand. Nobody hates fat people more than fat people.
Right.
Yeah.
And he feels that he has the right to do it because he is fat.
Right.
Yeah. I've had years
so that
of
gives
being
him the
called
right.
Fat.
He hates himself, so he
I've had
lashes
years of
out.
being called a bitch. So I know what a fat bitch is. And she's one.
The only reason why you know what one is because you're a fat bitch yourself.
Well, that's what he was saying.
Listen to what I said, you stupid, ignorant bum.
Are you done?
How can you take the chat room down when it's all comments like this?
Over and over again.
Lorena, are you in love with Vinnie the Pooh? Is that why Gay Phone Operator has such animosity towards you? Do you make it clear that you...
I think GPO is just jealous because I get the attention from Vinnie that he wishes he got.
Oh, my God. You're disgusting. You're a fat girl that doesn't have anything, and Vinny's the only fantasy you have? That's pretty pathetic.
Oh, yeah, and that's why it's funny because you really know me to know that, right? You really know me all that
well? Is what you put out in the room. And all you do is, Vinny, Vinny, Vinny. Oh, my God, Vinny, I created your MySpace page, Vinny. Go check it out. Don't you love it? I did such a good job. Everybody, look at
You wish you had someone looking after you like that. That's what it all stems from, Gay. It stems from nothing but jealousy.
No, I don't. She will not get off your job.
It's completely
How
jealousy.
is it jealousy?
And you know what?
What are you jealous of?
You're jealous of you don't have someone who's so into you that they're willing to do things for you like she's willing to do for Vinnie the Pooh.
If I
that
can
bothers
have
you.
That's like Lorena looking after me, hell no. I will be celibate. I will be, non-sexual. I won't even touch myself.
Well, that's quite the offer.
Wow. No. See, man, you want to know what's funny is when we're in the chat room, he'll talk shit in the room.
You can't say that on the air. Is Vinnie the Pooh even there or no?
He is. He's
all right. Let me see if I understand this.
Talk, I don't think.
He's not in the mood to talk. He's really that upset about this. Let me see if I understand exactly where we're at right now. You stole a shirt that Lorena made to worship and to honor Vinnie the Pooh. You stole that, Gay, and you have now smeared it and skewed it to make it so it's a shirt that indicates Vinnie's sexual orientation, which is not the accurate sexual orientation that is his current
it is so
status.
Accurate. He's a total fag. Come on.
Okay.
Wow.
And I will tell you this.
So he'd be into you. That's the only reason why you're hating on me, because he doesn't like you.
If you distribute this T-shirt like you're threatening to do, Gay, not only could you be brought up on some kind of copyright or theft charges from Lorena, but you could be facing a lawsuit from Vinnie the Pooh, who, he's kind of a public figure, so I don't know if it would actually hold water, but putting a T-shirt out there, smearing his,
why is it smearing him when it's the truth?
Because he has shown no interest in men, to anyone's knowledge, and you can't just throw T-shirts out there that suggest that, especially one that puts homosexual slurs that you should be trying to steer clear of yourself prominently on a T-shirt.
I know, it's so bad to be called a fag. Yeah, okay.
Why don't you wouldn't want to be called a fag, would you?
I am a fag!
I get called that all the time.
Jeez.
Why don't you apologize to Vinnie the Pooh? Let him know it was nothing but an idle threat, and yes, it was effective, but you're not about to go through with it because you don't have the guts and you want to be facing potential lawsuits, and let's all make amends, all right?
How's this? Why don't I make my own design? And that way there's no copyright infringement. I don't have to deal with the fat bitch getting her feelings.
You couldn't make anything nearly as good as I can make it, so go ahead and try to make something.
Terry
okay,
Cam
let's go hype it up, okay? Whatever, stupid bitch.
Thank you for giving me the free publicity, GP.
That is true.
You're a lot of threats, and you're not a lot of action, Gay. And Vinnie the Pooh doesn't know that yet because he hasn't been around you long enough. You would never distribute this T-shirt.
How about I make a T-shirt that says "Got Teeth" and it has GPO's
Go for it. Go for it. You know what? I'm over the teeth thing. It's that's me.
Do it.
I posted it on my website. I posted it on there. I'm fine with it.
Vinny, can I hear a final word from you here? I mean, you can't be so upset that you are unable to speak. Are you going to say something?
I've never seen him taken out of his game like this before.
Yeah,
you're completely taken out of your game to such a degree that you're unwilling to talk on the air?
Gay's the one that puts you over the
He's got
edge?
that kind of power? Is that what you want him to feel like? Like he's got that kind of power to shut you up?
No, there's no taking me out of my game, but like I did realize something, that these are threats. So, you know, I'm not gonna lie, he pushed me to that level. So,
he's a terrorist.
Yeah, so you know what I did? I was like, okay, you know what? There's no more threats. Like, okay, time for some action. Like, come down here, either get your ass beat or continue to hide behind a computer and just do this for a living. So
you really want to fight him that bad?
I'm done.
Like
I'm done. It's not even going. Come on,
fight.
Like
just like he's lying about wanting to, just like he's threatening, but it's not true that he's going to put those T-shirts out there. You don't really want him to show up so you can start punching him in the face. You don't want that.
No, I want
Vinny,
that.
All right.
I want to lose my job over this. I want to spend a week in jail over this.
You know, this is the deal. If I knew you were going to lose your job and it was guaranteed, I would come down there and let you beat my ass.
No, come on, no, it's guaranteed. We can T-Man's my boss, or like, you feel
Yeah,
what
like he's going to fire you. I'm not stupid.
Well, what made it so gay that you hate Vinnie the Pooh so much? You are just so filled with the snowball's momentum on this decision to hate Vinnie the Pooh that you probably don't even remember why you hate him so much.
You know, I
all
don't,
right?
but I'm
What did he really do to you?
Yeah, I don't remember, but I love it.
Okay. Very good.
It's going to keep going.
All right, go ahead.
I believe it. Thank you, boys and girls.
Have a good gay day.
I'm going to delete this open after the show.
Don't delete us open.
No, I'm going to.
Oh, jeez.
You're going to have to fire me, T-Man. I'm going to delete it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now we're starting to get a little childish.
Nah, anyway. Why not? Y'all two being childish?
All right.
You guys are like 90 with your ages put together.
Terry, can you bring some levity back to the program?
And now he's attacking all of us.
Can you give us another example?
I said you and him.
Can you give us who?
No.
What did he say?
Terry and Gay are like 90 with their ages put together.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you're not the youngest guy in the world anymore either. What are you, 24?
Yeah, getting up there.
You're starting to get up there yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to work.
How old is Gay? About 37?
No, he's pushing 40.
He's pushing 40?
Yeah, I think he was born in 69, right?
69. How fitting is that? Terry, can you lighten the mood and do the example of the gagging again, please? Just like gagging? Oh, yeah, you got it down. You're such a natural. It's unbelievable. Just like that. It's amazing. It's like, all of a sudden, I recognize you more than ever before. Okay.
The T-Man Show.
All right, here's the deal. Hey, Terry.
Yes.
I'm going to slip out of here a few seconds early because I got to get to San Jose, and I still won't make it on time because this year, just to make my life a little more difficult, they decided to make day 2 of the Bay 101 tournament begin at 10:30 a.m. I got to go get my car. There's no way I'm going to be. I'll probably get there around 11. They're going to be taking my chips away little by little, Terry. What chance do I have? But that's really not what it's all about. It's about going out to San Jose, saying hi to all the loyal fans out there. Right. You know what I'm talking about, Terry?
Yes.
Our numbers are strong in San Jose, and if anyone wants to come out and say hi, that's where I'll be.
Okay. Hi.
Eventually. I got a long drive, and
yeah, you do, right?
I don't know what chance I have to get through. A lot of people are going to be knocked out today. I don't know what chance I have when by the time I get there, I don't even know what kind of stack I'm going to have.
Well, good luck.
Who starts a poker tournament at 10:30 in the morning?
Well, they play all day, I mean, that's why. Don't you think?
They don't want to have to. Last year, we went to like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I guess they want to save us on that end. But I think I like it better the other way because I ain't going to make it on time.
Well, if you care, I'll be knocked out by about noon.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably the same time I'll be knocked out in a different fashion.
Oh, sorry.
Right. Where is it again? There's a big. What's it called? The Bay. What?
The Bay 101.
Bay 101.
It's at the place called Bay 101.
No, I do.
Probably be sitting at a table with Phil Hellmuth a little later on. You know, he's from Palo Alto, Terry right nearby, and Phil Ivy's playing it at.
How about Greg Raymer or whatever his name is? The guy.
No, he doesn't show his face anywhere. He won't be there. I don't think he's on the list, but
he's a player. Another
former World Series of Poker champion, Joe Hashem from Australia. Down under, he'll be there with Hashem. And anyone else on your mind that you want to ask about? Mike Madison.
Scotty Wynn.
Will be there. Scotty Wynn. I don't think he showed up. I I think he was supposed to play. But he's. I don't think he was never in yesterday. He's not around anymore.
Still rocking the Asian mullet, though. Don't worry.
Oh, you got to love the Asian mullet. Nothing looks better on a scalp than an Asian mullet.
The Vietnamese mullet I love.
I will say you tomorrow.
Yes.
The